Chapter 156. It could be said that this battle was not only about Wang Mang's status in the province. It was also about Wang Mang's huge interests. This was also the reason why Wang Mang was full of fighting spirit. At the same time, after hearing the Black Bear Demon King's arrogant words, how could the Stone Demon King and the Turtle Demon King not know their intentions? The Stone Demon King couldn't help but laugh out loud. Very good, Black Bear Demon King. It seems that you are very confident. I just don't know if you have the strength. As he spoke, the Stone Demon King sized up Wang Mang for a while and said, "If I'm not wrong, you should also be a Demon King in this province. But why do I feel so unfamiliar with you? Why are you colluding with the Black Bear Demon King?" The Black Bear Demon King was angry. He felt that he had been underestimated. He said angrily, "Stone Demon King, you are about to die, and you still dare to be presumptuous. If it weren't for the fact that a group of Demon Kings joined forces, would I be afraid of you?" The Black Bear Demon King was clearly still holding a grudge against him for escaping in a sorry state. Just as the Black Bear Demon King was about to speak, Wang Mang slowly said, "It's useless to say anything more. Let's fight." Hearing this, the Stone Demon King smiled sinisterly and said, "Very good. I haven't eaten a Demon King in a long time." At this moment, the Black Bear Demon King was beside Wang Mang and whispered, "I'll deal with the Turtle Demon King. You deal with the Stone Demon King." Hearing this, Wang Mang was speechless, but it was within his expectations. The Black Bear Demon King had always liked to take advantage of others. He was probably very afraid of the Stone Demon King. However, Wang Mang did not refuse this time. This battle was unavoidable, and it was also the path he had to take to become the strongest Demon King in the province. Therefore, Wang Mang nodded indifferently. At the same time, the Stone Demon King and the Turtle Demon King both transformed into their powerful original forms. Seeing this scene, the Black Bear Demon King also roared and transformed into his huge original form. Seeing this, Wang Mang also transformed into his huge original form without hesitation. For a moment, the two sides confronted each other. "Roar! I want you all to die. You're courting death. I will dominate this province." For a moment, both sides roared and charged at each other. It was as if there was an earthquake, causing the earth to shake and the mountains to shake. Large tracts of trees in the mountain forest were overturned and torn apart. A great battle was about to break out. "This king will crush you to death first." Seeing Wang Mang rushing towards him, the Stone Demon King laughed sinisterly. Then his huge stone body smashed toward Wang Mang. Hearing this, Wang Mang was not moved at all. He continued to move his huge body and charged towards the Stone Demon King. At the same time, as the war was about to break out, the battlefield was divided into two. When he saw that Wang Mang was so close to him, the Stone Demon King roared angrily and jumped dozens of meters into the air. Then, two huge fists fell from the sky and smashed towards Wang Mang. Seeing this, Wang Mang sneered inwardly and immediately used his divine power, the soul-controlling seal. The Stone Demon King, who had been accumulating his power and was about to severely injure Wang Mang, could not help but roar in pain. "Ah!" Then, he jumped dozens of meters into the air, and his huge body fell directly to the ground. His enormous body smashed through the trees and created a crater in the ground. At this moment, the Stone Demon King was in great pain. He was hugging his stone head with his stone arms. Seeing this, Wang Mang sneered inwardly. He quickly moved his huge snake body and coiled around the Stone Demon King. At the same time, to prevent the Stone Demon King from struggling, Wang Mang continued to use the soul-controlling seal. Moreover, if the soul-controlling seal worked, it meant that this guy also had a soul. That was why Wang Mang was so happy. However, when he was about to attack, Wang Mang was in a dilemma. The Stone Demon King's entire body was made of stone. He felt that he could not bite it. Wang Mang had no choice but to bite the Stone Demon King's head. However, he decided to bite the Stone Demon King's head to see if he could kill it. Moreover, to ensure that he could attack with peace of mind, Wang Mang did not stop using the soul-controlling seal. In the end, Wang Mang successfully tore the guy's head to pieces. The Stone Demon King, who had been struggling, suddenly stopped struggling. Seeing this scene, Wang Mang was stunned. It ended just like that. Seeing the Stone Demon King not moving at all, Wang Mang was even a little surprised. However, just as Wang Mang let go of the Stone Demon King and was about to eat this guy, Wang Mang then saw a scene that shocked him. The stone arms of the Stone Demon King reached out to grab him. Moreover, it was as fast as lightning. After Wang Mang was caught, he was even more shocked. This guy was not dead? In the next moment, Wang Mang saw that the guy's stone head that had been bitten to pieces was reassembling. After reassembling, the Stone Demon King looked at Wang Mang with a ferocious face and laughed wildly. "Do you think you can kill me like this? I can't be killed." As soon as he finished speaking, the Stone Demon King raised his huge stone arms and smashed at Wang Mang's huge snake head. Bang! 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 It was accompanied by a series of dull sounds of metal clashing. Although Wang Mang had used a body of iron, he was still a little dizzy. However, Wang Mang's huge body subconsciously wrapped around this guy again. At the same time, Wang Mang began to use the soul-controlling seal again. The Stone Demon King, who had been attacking crazily, screamed again. After regaining his senses, Wang Mang, who was furious, began to bite this guy crazily. Not only that, Wang Mang even began to bite and swallow the stones that he had bitten off into his stomach. However, what made Wang Mang's head hurt was that this guy could still reassemble. When the stones on his body were bitten off and swallowed by Wang Mang, this guy actually absorbed the stones nearby and reassembled his injured body. This made Wang Mang's heart sink. He began to frantically search for a way to kill this guy. Wang Mang did not believe that this guy was really immortal. If that was the case, it was simply too heaven-defying. Even if an immortal came, he would not be able to do anything. Therefore, Wang Mang did not believe that this guy was really immortal. If he was really immortal, how could he still be a demon king? Since just smashing his head was not enough, then he would smash his whole body. Thinking of this, Wang Mang began to tighten his grip. At the same time, he began to attack the Stone Demon King from head to toe. This was because Wang Mang did not know where the Stone Demon King's weakness was. Moreover, Wang Mang even used a corrosive poison. He began to bite all over the Stone Demon's body. However, when Wang Mang bit the Stone Demon King's heart, he immediately found something unusual. He saw a huge red gem in the Stone Demon King's chest where his heart was located. However, when Wang Mang wanted to attack again, the wound on the Stone Demon King's chest had already been reassembled with stones, protecting the red gem in the heart. Seeing this scene, Wang Mang's eyes lit up. This must be the Stone Demon King's lifeline. Red gem. Thinking of this, Wang Mang began to bite crazily. At the same time, he continued to use the soul-controlling seal. The Stone Demon King, who was in intense pain, seemed to have noticed Wang Mang's actions and began to struggle frantically. That was because the huge red gem was the Stone Demon King's true body. For a moment, Wang Mang began to bite the Stone Demon King's chest excitedly. Of course, he continued to use the soul-controlling seal. However, at this moment, Wang Mang heard the Stone Demon King's painful and frightened begging for mercy. "Python Demon King, please let me go. I'm willing to follow your lead." Hearing the Stone Demon King's frantic begging for mercy, Wang Mang knew that he had guessed correctly. Not only did he ignore the Stone Demon King's begging, he continued to bite and use a corrosive poison. In the end, Wang Mang succeeded in digging out the red gem from the Stone Demon King's body. Right after Wang Mang tossed out the huge red gemstone, this basin-sized round red gemstone actually wanted to escape at the first moment. However, in the end, it was caught by Wang Mang, who reacted extremely quickly into his bloody mouth. At the same time, after the gem left the Stone Demon King's body, which was originally fiercely struggling, stopped moving as if a machine had stopped working. Seeing this scene, Wang Mang did not say anything and happily swallowed the gem. In the next moment, the system's familiar voice sounded. "Ding! Congratulations, host. Successfully devoured the Stone Demon King. Obtained 5,000 evolution points. Ding! Congratulations, host. You have met the requirements for evolution. Do you wish to begin evolution? Oh. Chapter 157. No. After listening to the system's voice, Wang Mang was overjoyed. The Stone Demon King was not as powerful as he had imagined. Didn't he still kneel in front of him? Thinking of this, Wang Mang was in high spirits. He found that after obtaining the soul-controlling seal, he could kill any god or Buddha that stood in his way. There was no opponent at all. The feeling of being invincible was awesome. For a moment, Wang Mang was in a good mood. Only then did he look sideways at the battlefield in the distance. Then, Wang Mang saw an incomparably comical scene. On the battlefield in the distance, the Black Bear Demon King was lying on the Turtle Demon King's body. He was ready to attack the Turtle Demon King's head at any time, but the Turtle Demon King's head was still hiding in a mountain-like turtle shell. Come out, Turtle Demon King. Come out, and I'll kill you. At this moment, the Black Bear Demon King could not help but shout angrily. Not only that, the Black Bear Demon King was very unscrupulous. He held a huge tree trunk and kept poking the Turtle Demon King's back door. However, this obviously could not hurt the Turtle Demon King at all. Although this move could not hurt the Turtle Demon King, it was extremely insulting. Therefore, the Turtle Demon King was furious and cursed loudly in the turtle shell. If you have the ability, let go of me and have a fair duel with me. You hide behind me and sneak attack. What kind of Demon King are you? Hearing this, the Black Bear Demon King sneered proudly and said, If you don't come out, I'll continue to poke your butt. After saying that, the Black Bear Demon King continued to poke the Turtle Demon King's back door from under the turtle shell. Obviously, the Black Bear Demon King was in a very good mood at this moment, especially when he saw that Wang Mang had killed the Stone Demon King. He felt even more carefree and did not feel the slightest pressure. At the same time, Wang Mang was also very speechless. He felt that the Black Bear Demon King was too shameless. He even used such a disgusting move. It would be an exaggeration to say that he was despicable. Moreover, at this moment, Wang Mang could not wait to end the battle as soon as possible. Therefore, Wang Mang asked, Do you need help? Hearing that, the Black Bear Demon King laughed confidently at Wang Mang. No need. This Turtle Demon King has already been beaten by me to the point where he doesn't dare to show his face. But before he could finish his sentence, Wang Mang saw the Turtle Demon King stick his head out and bite his bare paw. Therefore, the Black Bear Demon King, who was still laughing, immediately let out a heart-wrenching scream. Ah, it hurts. Let go of me. Flustered and exasperated, Black Bear Demon King frantically pounded on Turtle Demon King's turtle shell. However, the turtle shell was too sturdy and his pounding was useless. Demon Monarch Turtle continued biting Demon Monarch Black Bear's arm. His head was retracted into the turtle shell, causing Demon Monarch Black Bear to cry out in pain. Seeing this scene, Wang Mang almost couldn't hold back his laughter. At the same time, the screaming Black Bear Demon King hurriedly said to Wang Mang, Brother Anaconda, come and help me. Clearly, the Turtle Demon King was not going to let go of Black Bear Demon King. However, in order to end the battle as soon as possible, Wang Mang still moved his huge body and rushed toward the Turtle Demon King. When he arrived in front of the Turtle Demon King, Wang Mang felt even more helpless. On the contrary, when the Turtle Demon King saw Wang Mang arrive, he panicked and subconsciously let go of Black Bear Demon King. Only then was Black Bear Demon King able to free his arm. His entire bare paw was bitten until it was dripping with blood. Flustered and exasperated, Black Bear Demon King carried a large rock from afar and viciously smashed it on the turtle shell. He roared angrily, Turtle Demon King, come out if you dare. What kind of ability is it to avoid a battle? Just as he finished speaking, two loud sounds were heard. Black Bear Demon King's huge rock smashed on the turtle shell, but there was no reaction at all. From this, it could be seen how strong the Turtle Demon King's turtle shell's defense was. For a moment, Wang Mang was also somewhat helpless against this tortoise. Black Bear Demon King was also helpless against the Turtle Demon King, so he could only helplessly look at Wang Mang. "I'll try." After speaking, Wang Mang opened his bloody mouth and sprayed a mouthful of corrosive poison on the huge turtle shell. In fact, Wang Mang's corrosive poison was indeed effective. The problem was that the turtle shell was too big. To be honest, Wang Mang did not know how much corrosive poison it would take to deal with this guy. Therefore, Wang Mang could not help but feel a headache coming on. At this moment, Black Bear Demon King suddenly laughed and said, "Brother Python, how about this? Let's change prey. This Turtle Demon King is yours, and the Stone Demon King is mine. It's a deal." "Brother, I'm leaving first." After speaking, Black Bear Demon King turned around and rushed toward the Stone Demon King's body without another word. Then, he began to hug the Stone Demon King's body and ran away excitedly without another word. Seeing this scene, Wang Mang could not help but laugh out loud. It must be known that the Stone Demon King's true body was only a red gem. Now, it had been eaten by Wang Mang and obtained 5,000 evolution points. But this guy actually wanted to trade with him? However, this was exactly what Wang Mang wanted. A pile of broken stones in exchange for a Demon King. This was a very good deal. Thinking of this, Wang Mang also decided to quickly end the battle so that Black Bear Demon King would not even have a place to cry in regret. In the next moment, Wang Mang used the soul-controlling seal. After the Turtle Demon King screamed out, Wang Mang opened his bloody maw and directly spat out the corrosive poison from the bottom of the tortoise's shell. This was the only way Wang Mang could think of. Next, it was naturally a lot of grinding. Wang Mang continuously used the soul-controlling seal. He also continuously sprayed the corrosive poison toward the Turtle Demon King's head. After more than 2 hours, only then did the Turtle Demon King completely stop moving. Obviously, it had been killed by Wang Mang's corrosive poison and the soul-controlling seal. At this point, Wang Mang excitedly began to divide and eat. In the end, he spent more than 10 hours to eat this guy in his stomach. This was also the most laborious Wang Mang had eaten a Demon King in a long time. The main thing was that the Turtle Demon King was really difficult to deal with. After Wang Mang finished eating the Turtle Demon King, the system's voice sounded again frowny-faced. "Congratulations, host. Successfully devoured the Turtle Demon King. Obtained 4,000 evolution points. Ding. Congratulations, host. Accumulation has reached the evolution condition. Do you wish to begin evolution?" "No." After hearing the system's voice in his mind, Wang Mang was simply bursting with joy again. He did not even know how many evolution points he had accumulated now. Moreover, this was without taking into account the 2 reward missions. As for why there were no rewards for the 2 missions, this was because Wang Mang did not eat the Banana Tree King. Once Wang Mang ate the Banana Tree King, the 2 reward missions would begin to be calculated. Thinking of this, Wang Mang silently said in his heart, "System, open my personal information." In the next moment, his personal information appeared in front of his eyes. Host, Wang Mang type, Black Ox Python status, peak cultivation, 3,800 years body, 69 meters 6, 1 meters wide, 60,000 kilograms weight combat power, 60,000 kilograms bite force, 95 kilometers per hour skills, death coil, corrosive poison, skin camouflage, steel body, super healing, water breathing, bloodthirsty fury, 10,000 beast deterrence, wishful shrinking divine ability, king's slavery, soul controlling seal special, storage space, information detection, a section of Polygonum multiforum. King, 10% discount evolution card, free chance to upgrade divine ability X1 shopping center. Activated, luck, 25, unlucky, evolution points, 30650/20,000. Chapter 158. After reading his personal information, Wang Mang was simply excited. He didn't expect that sweeping through the province's monster kings would yield such a bountiful harvest. He hadn't even started to calculate the rewards yet. Now, he had already accumulated 30,000 evolution points. This was beyond Wang Mang's expectations, and it also made Wang Mang very happy. Looks like I have to hurry up and eat the Banana Tree King and settle the 2 mission rewards. Then I'll go back and take stock of my gains. Thinking of this, Wang Mang once again moved his huge body and set off. A day later, Wang Mang arrived at the Banana Tree King's territory. Then, Wang Mang easily ate the Banana Tree King. That was because the Banana Tree King was already under Wang Mang's control. It could be said that its life and death were completely in Wang Mang's hands. Therefore, even if the Banana Tree King was unwilling, it would not disobey Wang Mang's orders. After eating the Banana Tree King, the system's voice sounded again, frowny-faced ding. Congratulations, host. Successfully devoured the Banana Tree King. Obtained 4,000 evolution points. Ding. Congratulations, host. Completed the mission and successfully defeated all the monster kings in the province. Ding. Congratulations, host. Obtained 1,500 evolution points. Ding. Congratulations, host. Obtained Advanced Blind Box X1. Ding. Congratulations, host. Obtained a designated Lucky Draw Opportunity X1. Ding. Congratulations, host. Completed the mission. Successfully accumulated and killed 7 monster kings. Obtained an additional 7,000 evolution points. Ding. Congratulations, host. Obtained 3 random lottery chances. Ding. Congratulations, host. The accumulated conditions are sufficient for evolution. Do you wish to begin evolution? After listening to the system's voice, Wang Mang was overjoyed. Oh my god, there were too many rewards. First, the rewards for defeating the monster kings in the province. Then, it was the reward for killing the Demon King. It could be said that Wang Mang's current harvest was definitely enough for him to evolve twice. Thinking of this, Wang Mang was in a good mood. After that, Wang Mang couldn't wait any longer and started to head back home. He couldn't wait to go back and evolve, draw the lottery, and open the lottery. All in all, there were still a lot of benefits waiting for him. Therefore, Wang Mang was in a very good mood on the way back. However, when they were passing through a river, Wang Mang saw a scene that made him shudder. 2 helicopters were hovering in the air above a river in the distance. On the riverbank, dozens of fully armed soldiers were firing wildly into the river, attacking a 20-meter-long crocodile, Great Demon. Seeing this scene, Wang Mang was really stunned. Over the past few days, he had also discovered that there were many more planes searching above the mountains and forests. However, this was the first time Wang Mang saw the people of the Red Empire starting to encircle and annihilate demons. Especially when he saw the black-skinned crocodile Great Demon drenched in blood and struggling madly in the river, Wang Mang secretly sighed. It seemed that the Red Empire had already started to pay attention to the demons lurking in the mountains and forests. Thinking of this, Wang Mang even guessed that this was very likely related to the commotion caused by the Black Bear Demon King last time. Thinking of this, Wang Mang's 6-meter-long body couldn't help but shrink a lot. Wang Mang directly transformed into a 3 to 4 meter long body and then began to quietly hurry on his way. Obviously, Wang Mang didn't dare to use his original body and swagger around the city. Otherwise, once he was targeted, Wang Mang would really cry. It was worth mentioning that. On the way back, Wang Mang noticed that the number of helicopters searching the mountains and forests in the sky had greatly increased. Every now and then, they would see military helicopters flying over their heads. Seeing this scene, Wang Mang couldn't help but feel helpless. It seemed that he had to keep a low profile in the future. However, thinking that the culprit was the Black Bear Demon King, Wang Mang couldn't help but want to curse out loud. This guy was really good at tricking demons, because Wang Mang had already seen several demons being surrounded and taken away by these armed forces. However, Wang Mang didn't care about other people's business. Instead, he used the fastest speed to rush back to his own territory. However, when Wang Mang returned, he saw a scene that made his heart sink. There were also helicopters hovering above his own reservoir. Moreover, the number of helicopters hovering around his territory was more than that of ordinary deep mountains and forests. Obviously, Wang Mang's reservoir had a lot of news, so it was also a target of attention. Fortunately, after returning to the nest, Wang Mang gathered his 3 subordinates and found that they didn't suffer any losses. Of course, Wang Mang was still a little worried. He reminded them, keep a low profile in the future. Don't be discovered by these humans. After hearing Wang Mang's order, the water buffalo, tiger, and rhinoceros demons all said respectfully, "Yes, Your Majesty." Wang Mang nodded in satisfaction and asked, "By the way, did anything happen while Your Majesty was away?" The tiger demon said honestly, "Your Majesty, during Your Majesty's absence, other than the increase in the number of humans in the sky, nothing major happened." After listening to his subordinate's report, Wang Mang nodded in satisfaction. "Good. All of you are dismissed. Remember, don't expose yourselves to humans." Only then did the 3 great Yao depart respectfully. Inside Wang Mang's cave. Then, Wang Mang said in a good mood, "System, open my personal information." The next moment, his personal information appeared before his eyes. Host, Wang Mang. Type, Black Ox Python. Status, Peak. Cultivation, 3,800 years. Body, 69 meters long, 1 meters wide, 60,000 kilograms weight. Combat strength, 60,000 kilograms. Bite force, 95 kilometers per hour. Skills, death coil, corrosive poison, skin camouflage, steel body, super healing, water breathing, bloodthirsty rage, 10,000 beast deterrence, wishful shrink. Divine ability, King's slavery, soul controlling seal. Special, storage space, information detection, polygonum multiform King's cut, 10% evolution card X1, advanced blind box X1, free chance to upgrade divine ability X1, designated lottery chance X1, random lottery chance X3. Shop, activated, luck, 25, unlucky, evolution points, for 3150/20,000 after looking at his personal information. Wang Mang even had the urge to laugh out loud. Good. Just the evolution points he gained this time. It was almost enough for him to evolve twice. This didn't even include the other lottery chances. The harvest from this trip was really huge. Thinking about this, Wang Mang's mood was very good. Then, Wang Mang impatiently said, "System, begin evolving." The next moment, the system's voice sounded. Ding! Successfully deducted 20,000 evolution points. Beginning evolution, Chapter 159. Accompanied by the system's voice. Wang Mang completely lost consciousness during the evolution. 2 hours later. Only then did Wang Mang wake up from his evolution. After waking up, Wang Mang immediately observed the changes in his body. First of all, the 2 sharp horns on his head grew a lot longer. It used to be close to 5 meters long, but now it was more than 5 meters long. Moreover, Wang Mang estimated that it could be used as an attack. However, with this pair of sharp and thick horns, Wang Mang didn't have to worry about other demons swallowing his head in one bite. Other than that, his body grew a little longer. Of course, it also became a lot thicker. As for how big the changes were, Wang Mang wasn't too sure. Thus, Wang Mang silently said in his heart, "System, open my personal information." The next moment, personal information appeared in front of his eyes. Host, Wang Mang. Type, Black Ox Python. Status, Peak. Cultivation, 3,900 years. Body, 72 meters long, 4 meters wide, 66,000 kilograms. Combat power, 66,000 kilograms. Bite force, 95 kilometers per hour. Skills, death coil, corrosive poison, skin camouflage, steel body, super self-healing, water breathing, bloodthirsty rage, 10,000 beast deterrence, wishful shrink. Divine ability, King's slavery, soul controlling seal. Special, storage space, information detection, a section of polygonum multiform King, 10% evolution card X1, advanced blind box X1, free chance to upgrade divine ability X1, designated lottery chance X1, random lottery chance X3. Shop, activated. Luck, 25, unlucky. Evolution points, 23150/40,000. After looking at his personal information, Wang Meng secretly nodded with satisfaction. This time, his strength had indeed increased a lot. His body length had also broken through to 70 meters. His body width didn't increase by much, only 4 meters. However, his weight had still increased by 5 tons. Now, it had reached 66 tons. His cultivation had increased by 100 years. This made Wang a little speechless. He realized that every time he evolved, his cultivation increased very slowly. However, his combat prowess could not be measured by cultivation. After all, Wang Meng's cultivation was less than 4,000 years. However, he still managed to kill the Azure Python King from the year 4100 and the Stone Demon King. Therefore, Wang Meng was definitely the strongest Demon King in the province. He deserved to be called an overlord. As for the Black Bear King, Wang Meng was very confident that he could kill him. However, when he thought about how the Black Bear Demon King had helped him a lot after being with him for so long, he realized that the Black Bear Demon King had helped him a lot. Moreover, the Black Bear Demon King was very familiar with him now. They were familiar with each other. Otherwise, Wang Meng would have really killed the Black Bear Demon King. There was another reason why he did not kill this fellow. The Black Bear Demon King did not pose much of a threat to him. Wang Meng, who was in a good mood, started to feel conflicted again after enjoying the fruits of victory. Should he open the advanced blind box first? Or should I do a random draw first? Or should I choose the lucky draw first? Oh my god, this kind of conflicted feeling made Wang Meng feel very good. If only he could be conflicted like this every day. Wang Meng, who was in a good mood, thought for a while and made a decision. He decided to open the advanced blind box first. With that thought in mind, Wang Meng happily muttered, "System, open the high-grade blind box." In the next moment, the system's familiar voice sounded. Ding! Congratulations, host. Successfully opened the advanced blind box. Ding! Congratulations, host. Obtained a fighter pilot license. After hearing the system's voice, Wang Meng almost fainted. What fighter pilot license? I don't even need a fighter pilot license. To be honest, Wang Meng almost couldn't help but curse out loud. What the hell is this? The driver's license is here. System, I beg you to be a human. Don't mess with me like this. Give me 30 to 50,000 evolution points. For a moment, Wang Meng's mood was very gloomy. He never thought that the system would give him a broken driver's license. After another minute, while Wang Meng was nervous, the system's voice sounded again. Ding! Congratulations, host. Obtain a box of Master Kong pickled cabbage noodles. F*CK. F*CKU. After hearing the system's voice, Wang Meng could not help but cry. Was the system inhumane again? What kind of things are coming? Even instant noodles are coming. At this moment, Wang Meng wanted to kill the system. Although he had not eaten instant noodles for a long time, but the system did not need to give him a box. Thinking about this, Wang Meng's mood became gloomy again. Is my luck not good today? Is it not suitable to open the blind box? While Wang Meng was puzzled, the system's voice sounded again. Ding! Congratulations, host. Obtained 2,000 evolution points. Hearing this, Wang Meng let out a sigh of relief. Although 2,000 evolution points was not much, it was better than the system not being human. Look, what did the system not being human give him? A fighter pilot license. A box of pickled cabbage noodles. As a result, Wang Meng's mood was a lot better after obtaining 2,000 evolution points. Soon after, the system's voice sounded for the fourth time. Ding! Congratulations, host. Obtained 3,000 evolution points. Not bad. Not bad. The system continued. Give me some good stuff, please. Wang Meng let out a sigh of relief. His mood turned from gloomy to sunny again. He began to look forward to it. If the fifth time did not give him anything good, then Wang Meng's high-level blind box would be a loss. In the next moment, the system's voice sounded for the fifth time. Ding! Congratulations, host. You have obtained a snake movie. After hearing the system's voice, Wang Mang was completely speechless. At this moment, his head was full of question marks. He did not even dream of it. A blind box actually gave him 3 trash. What made Wang Mang collapse even more was that this time, the system really gave him a snake movie. Could it be that the words he said before came true? Thinking to this point, Wang Mang wanted to cry, but had no tears. What use did he have for the snake movie? He was not prepared to be a snake. Did the system really want him to learn from Su Xian? Thinking to this point, Wang Mang did not even have the strength to curse. Forget it. It was impossible to get something good every time. After being silent for a while, Wang Mang helplessly thought. This time, the high-level blind box had broken Wang Mang's heart. Damn it, it only gave him 5,000 evolution points. Out of 5 times, he got trash 3 times. Just how dark was his face? Thinking to this point, Wang Mang felt gloomy and unhappy at the same time. This was the most trash thing he had ever gotten. Thinking to this point, Wang Mang felt even more unhappy. He could not help but secretly say, "I don't believe that my face is so black." Thinking to this point, Wang Mang's heart hardened. He secretly gritted his teeth and said, "System, give me a random lottery." In the next moment, the system's familiar voice sounded. Ding. Congratulations, host. You have successfully used 1 random lottery chance. Then, a huge compass appeared in Wang Mang's mind. However, when he saw the 9 prizes on the compass, Wang Mang could not help but laugh. Because the 9 prizes were as follows: Black Flame Bull Python, Void Python, Void Python, Blue Sky Bull Python, 9-headed Hell Python, 9-colored Sky Swallowing Python, 300 Evolution Points, 30000 Evolution Points, 50% Evolution Card. Chapter 160. It could be said, these 9 prizes, all of them were not bad. The trashiest one was 3,000 evolution points. Moreover, these 9 prizes, Wang Mang could not just randomly open 3,000 evolution points, right? Thinking about this, Wang Mang was in a good mood. His gloomy mood was swept away. He felt that he could do it again. He began to inflate again. After all, the random prize this time was so awesome. This also proved that it was not his face that was unlucky. This was definitely the system's problem. Thinking about this, Wang Mang could not help but feel happy. If he still could not get anything good, then Wang Mang would really have to do a live broadcast. Then, under Wang Mang's hopeful gaze, the lucky compass began to slowly turn. Seeing this scene, Wang Mang could not help but nervously pray, "System Daddy, give me something good. Just give me a Python template. For example, give me a 9-headed Hell Python template. If it really doesn't work, then give me 30,000 evolution points 1 minute later." The spinning speed of the lucky compass gradually slowed down. At the same time, Wang Mang was extremely nervous. In the next moment, the system's voice rang. Ding. Congratulations, host. Obtained 3,000 evolution points. When he heard the system's voice, Wang Mang could not help but cry. This system really wanted to mess with him. 9 prizes. It was actually able to give him the worst prize. Thinking about this, Wang Mang could not help but feel sad. At this moment, Wang Mang did not know what to say. After a moment of silence, System F*CKU. System F*CKU. After cursing for a long time, Wang Mang felt a lot better. If he did not vent, Wang Mang would really suffocate. This was simply bullying him. With his luck that bad, how could he get the worst prize again and again? This system was simply tricking him. At this time, the system's voice rang. Warm reminder. Detected that the host is maliciously cursing the system. This is not the first time. Ding. In order to teach the host a lesson, 1,000 evolution points will be deducted from the host as compensation for the host's insults. Ding. Congratulations, host. Successfully deducted 1,000 evolution points. Wang Mang was speechless. System, don't be like this. Big brother. I was wrong. Big brother. I'm sorry. Sir, I know I was wrong. Don't deduct my evolution points. But what made Wang Mang feel helpless was, no matter how much he begged for mercy, the system still ignored him. This also made Wang Mang feel very wronged. He had only scolded a little. He only deducted 1,000 evolution points. This system was simply bullying. Of course, Wang Mang wasn't going to draw again. He felt that his luck wasn't too good today. Let's try again tomorrow. Thinking of this, only then did Wang Mang dejectedly transform into a small python and leave the cave. At this moment, the sky was still clear and cloudless. It could be said that it was a stark contrast to Wang Mang's mood. When Wang Mang arrived at his reservoir, he discovered that the number of people fishing had decreased by a lot. It was really very few. In the past, his reservoir was filled with people. But now, the people fishing in his reservoir, basically, there were only a few. Without guessing, Wang Mang knew that it was definitely about the Red Empire and the dangers of the deep mountains and forests. It was probably because of the Black Bear Demon King's battle with Huang Daxian. At this moment, there were only a few dozen fishermen in Wang Mang's line of sight. These dozens of fishermen were scattered around the reservoir. Moreover, from time to time, there would be armed helicopters flying in the sky. However, this was also good. After all, if the reservoir continued to be popular for a long time, Wang Mang was also worried that something would happen. Moreover, Wang Mang couldn't possibly kill all the big psychic fish in the reservoir. Moreover, these big psychic fish were all good things. He could catch them for his family to eat. After all, it was still very beneficial for ordinary people to eat the big psychic fish. Thinking of this, Wang Mang felt that the next time his father came, he had to get some for his father to eat. At this moment, Wang Mang suddenly looked up and saw something that made his heart heavy. 4 armed helicopters flew across the sky with a giant centipede that was more than 10 meters long hanging from it. This scene also scared the fishermen near the reservoir. They all exclaimed, "What the F***CK? Looks like it's getting more and more dangerous in the deep mountains and forests. Oh my God, a centipede more than 10 meters long. Did I see wrongly? Fishing friends, I have to leave. Looks like this area is getting more and more dangerous. Let's go, let's go. This world has gone crazy." A few days ago, South Korea reported that their cruise ship was attacked by an unknown creature in the sea. I thought it was fake, but now it seems like it's all true. Yes, I heard that the country hunted a large number of terrifyingly large creatures in the deep mountains and forests. I guess they won't dare to come out to fish in the future, or they won't dare to come to the reservoir to fish. After that, these fishermen started to pack their things and left the reservoir in a panic. At this point, there was not a single person in the huge reservoir. It had become exceptionally cold and cheerless. Seeing this, Wang Mang could not help but shake his head. He had expected this. However, what Wang Mang did not expect was this kind of situation was not only happening in the Red Empire, but also overseas. However, after thinking for a while, Wang Mang understood. After all, monsters lived on the entire Earth. They were not only in the Red Empire. Of course, as the monsters started to attract more attention, Wang Mang also became more low-key. After the sky turned dark, only then did Wang Mang return to the nest. The next morning, after Wang Mang woke up from his deep sleep, he could not help but become excited again. After all, he did not get anything good the previous 2 times. He also did not get anything good from the lucky draw. He was also anxious. As of now, he still had 2 random lottery chances and 1 designated lottery chance. Wang Mang was counting on these 3 chances to get something good. In addition, Wang Mang still lacked some evolution points to evolve. Last night, he relied on opening the blind box and the lottery to get 8,000 evolution points. Moreover, the system maliciously deducted 1,000 evolution points. In other words, Wang Mang's harvest yesterday was only 7,000 evolution points. Thus, Wang Mang still urgently wanted to evolve and become stronger. Moreover, as the Red Empire began to use firepower to kill monsters in the deep mountains and forests, Wang Mang began to worry that he would be exposed one day. Thus, Wang Mang knew that the stronger he was, the safer he would be. Thinking to this point, Wang Mang once again said in his mind, "System, give me a chance at the random draw." In the next moment, the system's familiar voice sounded again. Ding. Congratulations, host. You have successfully used a random lottery chance. In the next moment, a lucky compass appeared in Wang Mang's mind. However, after looking at the 9 prizes, Wang Mang was so excited that he cried tears of joy. This was because none of the 9 prizes were trash. It was clear that the goddess of luck had once again taken care of him. The 9 prizes were as follows. Goddess of Luck's Light is bad. Lord of Destiny Halo, Golden Dragon of Luck Halo, Black Flame Bull Python, 10 Ancient Ferocious Pythons, 1-fold Evolution Card, 3-fold Evolution Card, 3 Advanced Blind Boxes, free evolution once. Chapter 161. It could be said that none of the 9 prizes were trash. Wang Mang would be more than happy to receive any of them. This was especially true for the goddess of Luck's Halo and the Lord of Destiny's Halo. Just by hearing the names, one could tell that it was awesome. Perhaps, after getting the Halo, he could become Zhao Ritian and destroy heaven and earth. Thinking of this, Wang Mang's heart was indescribably wonderful. He could almost see himself like the protagonist of a novel, sweeping away all his opponents. Thinking of this, Wang Mang's heart was filled with joy. Then, the lucky compass in his mind started to spin as Wang Mang was in a good mood. This time, Wang Mang was not very nervous. After all, they were all good stuff. He did not need to be nervous. Because of this, Wang Mang was in a good mood. 1 minute later, the spinning speed of the lucky compass slowed down. The next moment, the system's familiar voice could be heard frowny-faced ding. Congratulations, host. You have obtained a 1% evolution card. After hearing the system's voice, Wang Mang could not help but laugh. Sure enough, the random lottery did not disappoint him. Among the 9 prizes, the 1% evolution card was definitely above average. Thinking of this, Wang Mang could not help but feel happy. Now that he had the 1% evolution card, he could definitely evolve again. Thinking of this, Wang Mang was in a good mood. At the same time, Wang Mang was eager to try again. Should he continue the lottery? After all, he could evolve again now. Moreover, his luck was not bad today. He could continue to work hard. However, after thinking for a while, Wang Mang decided to evolve first. Thinking of this, Wang Mang said in a good mood, System, begin the evolution. Use the 1% evolution card. The next moment, the system's familiar voice could be heard frowny-faced ding. Congratulations, host. Successfully used the 1% evolution card. 4,000 evolution points have been deducted. Ding. Congratulations, host. Beginning the evolution. Then, Wang Mang lost consciousness again during the evolution. 2 hours later, Wang Mang had just awakened from his evolution. After waking up, Wang Mang observed the changes in his body. First of all, his body had become much thicker. Of course, in order to see the changes of this evolution more intuitively, Wang Mang said in his heart, System, open my personal information. The next moment, his personal information appeared before his eyes. Host, Wang Mang. Species, Black Ox Python. Status, Peak. Cultivation experience, for 1,000 years. Size, 75 meters long, 7 meters wide, 70,000 kilograms in weight. Combat strength, 70,000 kilograms of bite force, 95 kilometers per hour. Skills, death coil, corrosive poison, skin camouflage, steel body, super healing, water breathing, bloodthirsty rage, 10,000 beast deterrence, wishful shrink. Divine ability, king's slavery, soul controlling seal. Special, storage space, information detection, a section of Polygonum Multiflorum King, 10% discount evolution card X1, free chance to upgrade skills X1, designated lottery chance X1, random lottery chance X1. Shop, activated. Luck, 25, unlucky. Evolution points, 26150/80,000. After looking at his personal information, Wang Mang could not help but secretly nod his head. His weight was still increasing by tons. Right now, his weight had already reached 70 tons. His body length had reached 75 meters. His body width had also increased to 7 meters. Apart from this, his cultivation experience had also reached 4,000 years. This kind of strength made Wang Mang inflate once again. Perhaps he wasn't the biggest, but Wang Mang couldn't find a match for him right now. Even if it was the giant elephant king of the neighboring province, Wang Mang was confident that he could kill it. At this moment, Wang Mang was in high spirits. He suddenly felt that he was invincible. Oh, that's not right. It should be said that he was invincible in this province. That's not right. He should also be invincible in the neighboring province. Thinking like this, Wang Mang began to inflate again, especially when he thought about how the other person was a goblin king, while he was a goblin king of a province. Wang Mang could not help but be in a good mood. But at this moment, Water Buffalo's voice came from outside the cave, reporting to my king, Old Turtle requests an audience. Hearing this, Wang Mang could not help but be stunned. He turned his head to look outside the cave and said, "Let him wait." After saying this, Wang Mang moved his huge body and left the cave. Once he came out, Wang Mang saw Old Turtle, who was riddled with scars, and said in a tearful voice, "My king, you have to uphold justice for me." A very powerful white snake goblin came to the reservoir. It beat up Old Turtle without saying anything. It even said that it would have the final say in the reservoir. Hearing this, Wang Mang was furious. He did not expect that just after he dominated the Huanshan reservoir, there would be someone who did not know how to live and die coming to his door. Moreover, it even threatened to take over his reservoir. How could this be? I'd like to see which reckless greater demon dares to snatch this king's territory. After saying this, Wang Mang moved his huge body and shuttled through the night forest, rushing towards his reservoir. Old Turtle followed behind him without stopping. When Wang Mang arrived at his family's reservoir, he saw a huge white snake on the surface of the water. It was currently making waves in the water. Moreover, this white snake was much bigger than the White Water Lord. It was more than 40 meters long. Thinking of this, Wang Mang quietly used information detection. The next moment, the white snake's information appeared in front of his eyes. Target, White Python Great Demon Volume. 48 meters long for 3 meters wide, 26 tons in weight. Cultivation experience, 2,900 years level. Peak Great Demon Superpower. Water Spout. Mystic Water Heavy Domain. After reading the White Python's information, Wang Mang could not help but laugh. This guy's strength was not bad. His cultivation was already very close to that of a demon king, but he was still not a demon king. Moreover, even if a demon king came, he would die. Ordinary demon kings were no match for Wang Mang at all, not to mention a great demon that had not even reached the demon king level. At the same time, the white python that was stirring up trouble in the reservoir saw Wang Mang and immediately knew that something was wrong. He did not expect that there would be a demon king here. According to what White Water Lord had told her, there was a heavenly treasure here that was about to mature. But why didn't he find any natural treasures? Instead, he encountered a demon king. After seeing Wang Mang's huge body, the white python panicked. Then, he subconsciously swam into the distance, preparing to escape. Because Wang Mang's body was just too big. He could not beat him at all, especially when he saw Wang Mang had already swung his huge body into the water. The white python was so frightened that it swam faster, preparing to escape. Seeing this scene, Wang Mang's heart sank. Immediately, he used the soul controlling seal from afar. Fortunately, to Wang Mang's delight, his soul controlling seal was still effective even from afar. In the distance, the white python demon that was preparing to flee immediately let out a shrill cry. Then, it was like a fish that had left the water, struggling in pain and madness in the water. Not long after, the white python stopped struggling and quickly swam towards Wang Mang. After seeing Wang Mang, the white python said respectfully, "Greetings, master." Wang Mang said indifferently, "Who told you to come here?" Upon hearing Wang Mang's inquiry, the white python obediently explained the matter. After hearing this, Wang Mang was astonished. He did not expect this guy to be called by White Water Lord. What a guy! White Water Lord had once killed his subordinates and fled. Now, he called a guy close to the Demon King to find trouble with him. Thinking of this, Wang Mang could not help but laugh. White Water Lord probably held a grudge against him after being chased away by him. At this time, Wang Mang could not help but laugh. It was too late for White Water Lord to find trouble with him. This guy probably did not even dream that his strength would increase so quickly. Otherwise, he would not send a strong person of the same race to his death. Thinking of this, Wang Mang was in a good mood. He opened his bloody mouth and swallowed this guy into his stomach. The next moment, the system's familiar voice sounded frowny-faced. Congratulations, host. Devoured White Python Great Demon. Obtained 2,000 evolution points. After hearing the system's voice, Wang Mang could not help but laugh. His luck today was really good. He had just finished evolving, and White Water Lord had already sent him snacks. Thinking of this, Wang Mang was in a good mood. He had already made a decision. Since today's good luck was in front of him, then he would continue to draw. Moreover, Wang Mang seemed to remember that he still had 2 chances to draw. It was a chance to draw a prize, as well as a chance to draw a prize. Chapter 162. Oh my God! Wang Mang grinned from ear to ear as he thought of this. Let's not talk about the random lottery. However, Wang Mang knew very well just how perverse the designated lottery was. If it was designated, it would definitely be designated. Out of the 9 prizes, 8 of them were what he wanted. Wang Mang was in a good mood as he thought of this. He said to Old Turtle, "All right, Old Turtle, if there's nothing else, you can go back to the reservoir. I still have things to do." Old Turtle nodded respectfully. "Don't worry, Your Majesty. I won't let you down." Wang Mang nodded in satisfaction and smiled. "If there's anything, report to me immediately." After that, Wang Mang moved his huge body and left the reservoir. After returning to the cave, Wang Mang could not wait to start the lottery. But this time, the water buffalo Big Demon's voice came from outside the cave again. "Your Majesty, there's a human outside who wants to see you." Hearing this, Wang Mang was stunned for a moment. He immediately knew that his father had come. Thinking of this, Wang Mang moved his enormous body and once again arrived outside the nest. As expected, in the forest not far away, Wang Mang saw his father looking at the huge water buffalo Big Demon outside the cave anxiously. Wang Mang smiled and said, "Don't worry, Dad. They're all my subordinates." After seeing Wang Mang, Old Man Wang heaved a sigh of relief. Then, Wang Mang invited his father into the cave. After entering the cave, his father looked around and couldn't help but nod. "Son, you're right. Your place is great. Dad, you're here this time, mainly to tell you that you have to be careful during this time. The news has already started to spread outside. The Red Empire has already started to notice the existence of monsters like you. These days, many monsters have been suppressed by the Red Empire using force." At this point, Old Man Wang was filled with emotions. Ever since the Red Empire started to notice the monsters. Hearing this, Wang Mang immediately knew why his father had come. It was obvious that his father was worried about him. Wang Mang was very touched. He nodded and said, "Dad, don't worry. I already know about this, so I've been keeping a low profile these days. But I'm a little worried about your safety, Father." Hearing Wang Mang's words, Old Man Wang smiled and waved his hand. "What's there to worry about? No matter how powerful you monsters are, to be able to conquer a city." Speaking up to this point, Wang Mang's father's expression turned serious. "If you didn't mention it, I would have forgotten. Son, are there a lot of demons in the city? Right now, various countries are reporting that many commercial ships have been attacked by unknown creatures in the sea. Son, do you know what is going on? It's never been this chaotic before." Hearing his father's words, Wang Mang fell into deep thought. If there were monsters on land, Wang Mang would know the reason. After all, when the Black Bear Monster King caused trouble, he was there. But why would the monsters in the sea riot? To be honest, Wang Mang could not understand this question. Thinking to this point, Wang Mang could not help but ask in his heart, "System, why would the monsters in the sea riot?" The system's voice sounded again. This is the sign of a disaster. Hearing the system's voice, Wang Mang remembered a long time ago. The system seemed to have said it before. In the near future, there will be a disaster on Earth. Thinking to this point, Wang Mang could not help but ask, System, what kind of disaster is it? The system's voice sounded again. Ding. Detected that the host wants to inquire about the future. Requires 100,000 evolution points. Would you like to inquire? Hearing the system's voice, Wang Mang was speechless. Fine. I can't even afford to inquire about the problem. Thinking to this point, Wang Mang felt helpless and said to his father, Father, I'm not too sure, but it's best to be careful. If possible, in the future, build a storage warehouse near the Huanshan Reservoir, just in case you need it. Hearing his son's words, Wang Mang's father's heart skipped a beat. He nodded and said, Okay, I will keep this matter in mind. Son, I seem to have some ideas about the martial arts that you gave me last time. I've looked up a lot of information about the iron shirt. It seems that I can already cultivate it. Speaking to this point, Old Man Wang's face became excited. Moreover, every time I circulate my meridians, I can feel a surge of qi in my body. Wang Mang's eyes lit up. He did not think that his father would be able to research something. Thinking of this, Wang Mang suddenly smiled and said, Father, it just so happens that I have something to give you as well. As soon as he finished speaking, a section of the Polygonum multiflorum king appeared in front of him out of thin air. Seeing such a method, Dad was immediately stunned. Is this the legendary heaven and earth in the sleeve? Then his father stared blankly at the section of the Polygonum multiflorum king that was as thick as an arm, his face full of confusion. Son, what is this? Hearing this, Wang Mang proudly explained, Father, don't underestimate this thing. This thing is definitely a good thing. It's the Polygonum multiflorum king that has been around for more than 3,000 years. Back then, in order to get this thing, I, your son, spent a lot of effort. Father, if you eat this thing, it'll definitely be very beneficial to you. It has many magical effects. Then, Wang Mang told his father about how he caught the Polygonum multiflorum king. Hearing his son's magical description, Old Man Wang was very surprised and said, A Polygonum multiflorum king that can run? More than 3,000 years. This is definitely a treasure. My son is very thoughtful. Speaking of this, Old Man Wang was very pleased. Seeing this, Wang Mang waved his hand and said, Father, let's go. Let's go to our own reservoir. I'll catch some psychic fish for you to eat. Are they big fish that have intelligence? His father asked curiously. Wang Mang nodded and followed his father to the bank of the reservoir. Then, Wang Mang personally went into the reservoir and caught more than 10 psychic fish. Then, Wang Mang killed these psychic fish, dug out 7 or 8 chi pearls, and gave them to his father, saying, Father, this thing is called chi pearls. It contains the essence of these psychic fish. It should be very beneficial for your cultivation. There's more. Father, you'd better eat a small piece of the Polygonum king at a time. Don't eat too much at once. Otherwise, the effect will be too strong, and you might explode and die. Hearing this, Old Man Wang nodded and said impatiently, Okay. I understand. Of course, Old Man Wang still remembered his son's words. 2 hours later, under Wang Mang's escort, Old Man Wang carried a small psychic fish and went down the mountain. After escorting his father back, only then did Wang Mang happily return to the cave, humming a little tune. After returning to the cave, Wang Mang was even more happy as he silently said, System, let's start the lottery. In the next moment, the system's voice rang. Ding! Congratulations, host. You have successfully used the lottery. Then, a lucky compass appeared in Wang Mang's mind. However, when he saw the 9 prizes on the lucky compass, Wang Mang could not help but smile from ear to ear. This was because the 9 prizes were 990,000 evolution points, 660,000 evolution points, 3 advanced blind boxes, 10% discount, 3 evolution cards, Black Flame Bull Python, blue sky bull python, silver treasure chest, gold treasure chest. All of the prizes above have been obtained. Chapter 163. F***CK. These 9 prizes. Good. Very good. To be honest, Wang Mang felt that the previous random lottery prizes. He was afraid that they were not as fierce as this one. The 9 prizes this time made Wang Mang's heart move. The prize that made him the most moved was the last prize. All of them. If he really got this prize, he would be able to take all of them away. Wang Mang felt that he would quickly become arrogant. He would not be far from dominating the continent. Of course, Wang Mang was well aware of this. He knew that it was unlikely for him to win the so-called best prize. Of course, even if he could not get the 9 prizes, Wang Mang would still be happy to get the rest of the prizes. For example, giving him 660,000 evolution points or 990,000 evolution points is also possible. Since Wang Mang was not picky, it would be fine. If that was not enough, giving him 3 advanced blind boxes was also not bad. When Wang Mang was fantasizing, the lucky compass began to spin. Wang Mang's mood became nervous. 1 minute later, the lucky compass slowed down. At the same time, the system's voice rang in his mind. Ding! Congratulations, host. Obtain Black Flame Bull Python template. Black Flame Bull Python. Legends say that it lives in a fantasy world. It is an existence that lives in magma. Its body length can reach up to 150 meters. Ding! Congratulations, host. Obtain Black Flame Bull Python's divine ability, Fallen Black Flame. Fallen Black Flame. After the host uses it, the target will be burned until it dies. Ding! Congratulations, host. Successfully changed template. After the system's voice ended, Wang Mang could not help but burst with joy. Good. This time's reward was not bad. This was because Wang Mang had never thought that. This so-called Black Flame Bull Python template actually came with a divine ability. This made Wang Mang extremely happy. Not bad, not bad. This random lottery was a huge profit. Thinking about this, Wang Mang could not help but feel happy. At the same time, the system changed his template. Wang Mang also discovered that his body had undergone a huge change. First, the skin of his enormous body turned incomparably black. Not only that, but there were also flaming black stripes on the snake's body. What he didn't know was that between the 2 horns on his head, there was a black flame totem. Of course, this was not a husky. If Wang Mang could see the domineering flame mark on his head, he would probably be even more excited. Other than that, Wang Mang was still trying to find out what was different about his body. However, after Wang Mang inquired about it from the system, Wang Mang excitedly learned about it. Now, he could actually breathe fire. Look carefully, not spraying water. It was spitting fire at will. Thinking of this, Wang Mang couldn't help but have the urge to laugh out loud. At the same time, Wang Mang couldn't wait to try it out. Thinking of this, Wang Mang moved his enormous body and quickly left the cave. Only after arriving at an open space did Wang Mang say eagerly, "Let me witness the prowess of this mystical power." Thinking of this, Wang Mang opened his bloody mouth toward a large tree with the thickness of a bowl not far away. In the next moment, surging black flames suddenly gushed out of Wang Mang's bloody mouth. What made Wang Mang even more stunned was that the big tree, which was the experimental target, instantly turned into ashes after being contaminated by his fallen black flames. Not only that, Wang Mang's flames were still burning on the ground, as if it was impossible to extinguish them. 2 hours later, looking at the still burning flames on the ground, Wang Mang was shocked. His flames really couldn't be extinguished. As for how terrifying its power was, Wang Mang really didn't know. However, when he thought of the scene where the tree was burned to ashes, he knew that it wasn't weak. Just the power alone was clear at a glance. There was no combustible material, but it still couldn't be extinguished. It seemed that his fallen black flames wasn't an ordinary ability. It could definitely be used as a life-saving trump card. Thinking of this, Wang Mang was in a good mood. He opened his bloody mouth and sucked the fallen black flames into his mouth. At this point, Wang Mang saw that the ground where the fallen black flames burned, even the rocks were burned to ashes. It really didn't disappoint me. Wang Mang nodded in satisfaction. He felt that he had one more killer move. However, in terms of power, Wang Mang was still unsure. If there was a chance, he would give a try. Of course, since this fallen black flames was called a divine ability, its power was definitely more than that. In a great mood, Wang Mang hummed a little tune and hurried back to his family's reservoir. The sky was completely bright now. Helicopters flew overhead from time to time. Wang Mang was already used to it. There were too many helicopters searching during the day. Only at night, Wang Mang could be more active outside, because at night, the helicopters searching deep in the mountains and forests would stop. When he arrived at the reservoir, it was still very quiet. It could be said that there was no one around. Seeing this, Wang Mang wasn't surprised at all. Now, Earth wasn't peaceful anymore. These fishermen had probably been informed not to be active in the deep mountains and forests. Therefore, it was within Wang Mang's expectations that no one was interested in his reservoir. Forget it. Patrol my territory. If there's nothing to do, I'll go back and sleep. Wang Mang shook his head and left the reservoir in a good mood. Then, he patrolled his territory as usual. Although he was now the overlord of this province, Wang Mang still didn't expand his territory. Expanding his territory now didn't mean much to Wang Mang. Instead, it would be a waste of energy. After all, Wang Mang had only subdued 3 big demons. He didn't want to subdue more. Waiting until night, Wang Mang slowly finished patrolling his territory and prepared to go back. At this time, the system's voice sounded in Wang Mang's mind again. Ding. Detected malice from the beast god space. The host is given the following choices. Mission 1. Facing the malice of the beast god space. Endure silently and successfully hide. Mission time, 2 days. Mission reward, 1,000 evolution points. Mission 2. Facing the malice of the beast god space. Counterattack and successfully survive. Mission time, 2 days. Mission reward, 5,000 evolution points. Beginner blind box, X1. Mission 3. Facing the malice of the beast god space. Counterattack and kill all of them. Mission time, 2 days. Mission reward, 10,000 evolution points. Intermediate blind box, X1. After hearing the system's voice, Wang Mang, who was preparing to go back, was suddenly stunned. He didn't think that the system would give him another mission. Moreover, from his system's words, the beast god space came to find trouble with him again? Thinking of this, Wang Mang's heart sank. His cold snake eyes were full of killing intent. He didn't think that the last time the beast god space's members were all wiped out, not only did they not learn their lesson, but they came again. They wanted to kill him thoroughly. Thinking of this, Wang Mang couldn't help but sneer. He wanted to see who would kill who. Then, Wang Mang said in his mind, System, I choose Mission 3. The next moment, the system's familiar voice sounded. Ding! Congratulations, host. Successfully chosen mission. Please complete the mission as soon as possible to obtain the reward. Oh. Chapter 164. Obviously, Wang Mang still chose the mission with the most generous reward. Because Wang Mang really wanted to kill all these beast god space members. Since they dared to make trouble for him, they naturally had to pay the price in blood. Originally, Wang Mang thought that after last time, the beast god space would not dare to provoke him. But he never expected that the beast god space would appear again. Moreover, they were still hostile towards him. How could Wang Mang, whose strength had greatly increased, tolerate this? Not to mention the great increase in strength. Even in the past, Wang Mang was not afraid of them. After all, among the land creatures, even if it was a monster king, Wang Mang could kill them without hesitation. Although these members of the beast god space were unusual, Wang Mang was not afraid of them. Thinking of this, Wang Mang's anger dissipated a lot. Just as Wang Mang was about to leave, suddenly, in the forest not far away, more than 10 top predators appeared out of thin air. Among these top predators, there were hyenas, hippos, rhinos, water buffaloes, lions, and so on. The gigantic predators that had appeared out of thin air looked around in bewilderment. Then, these members of the beast god space began to discuss. A big wild boar with a body of 4 or 5 meters couldn't help but look around and ask, "What kind of mission is this?" "What mission?" "Of course it's a suicide mission." At this time, a snow-white fox's ethereal and pleasant voice sounded. Hearing this, the rest of the members of the beast god space looked at the snow-white fox and raised their doubts. "Why do you say it's a suicide mission?" "Yes. Isn't it just killing a giant python?" "That's right. We have so many members. Why should we be afraid of a giant python? Only ants will be afraid. For a little fox like you, a suicide mission is easy for us." Many large members of the beast god space spoke disdainfully. Obviously, this was the first time they had encountered this mission. Of course, there were also some weaker members such as antelopes, zebras, and huskies who were worried. However, when she heard these large predators mocking her, the little white fox snorted unhappily. "All right, if you can complete the mission, I can't wait. I'll tell you the truth. The hunting target of this mission is a giant python." Hearing this, the gigantic hippopotamus sneered. "And then? So what if it was a giant python? Could it be one of those great demons or demon kings? If it's not those great demons or demon kings, wouldn't it be a piece of cake for us?" The rest of the large predators nodded in agreement. Obviously, none of them had experienced Wang Mang's terror. To this, the little white fox was too lazy to explain. Instead, it was a terrifyingly large hyena that couldn't help but tremble in fear. "Don't think that this mission is easy. This mission is really a suicide mission. The little fox is right." Obviously, this hyena was also one of the targets that had died tragically at the hands of Wang Mang last time. Moreover, he was not only one of the targets that had died tragically at the hands of Wang Mang. He was also the target that had died tragically at the hands of Wang Mang last time. Because of this, he was very clear about how terrifying Wang Mang was. This was also one of the reasons why he felt so desperate, because their strength back then was not weaker than now. Moreover, the large top predators that had participated in the siege of Wang Mang were not much weaker than this mission. But the result was that all the members had died tragically at the hands of Wang Mang, without exception. Therefore, if this hyena was most afraid of a mission, in fact, what he was most afraid of was the mission to besiege and kill the owner of the Huanshan Reservoir. At the same time, as time passed, Wang Mang also found that the number of members of the beast god space was increasing. In just a moment, there were originally only a few dozen members of the beast god space, but now they had filled the nearby forest. At a glance, it was a black mass. All kinds of top land predators were among them, and there were a large number of them. However, Wang Mang looked at them with even more disdain in his heart. The reason why he continued to wait and did not make a move was to wait for all these guys to arrive. At that time, he would make a move and catch them all in one fell swoop. And what surprised Wang Mang was that his fierce reputation seemed to be very well known in the beast god space. But what Wang Mang did not know was, in fact, in the eyes of some members of the beast god space, the Huanshan Reservoir, where Wang Mang was located, was considered a forbidden area by many members of the beast god space. It was the kind of forbidden area where anyone who came would die. In the blink of an eye, half an hour passed. At this moment, in the entire vast forest, Wang Mang looked over and saw that at least 1,000 members of the beast god space had appeared. However, Wang Mang was still not in a hurry to make a move. He wanted to see if there were any more. At the same time, at this moment, these members of the beast god space, they had not started to fight yet, but they were already quarreling. Because there was a small group of tragic guys who had participated in the encirclement of Wang Mang for the second time. But in the eyes of this small group of members of the beast god space, they had already seen Wang Mang's fierceness. Therefore, this time before they saw Wang Mang, they were already in despair and were completely waiting for death. But their negative attitude made most of the members of the beast god space very dissatisfied. In their eyes, these guys were simply spineless. Therefore, in an instant, all kinds of unpleasant words emerged one after another. Look at your cowardly faces, I want to laugh. So cowardly, I really don't know how you survived until now. That's right. Once this task is completed, the benefits are simply too great. That's right. Who cares what giant python it is? We have so many members. Can't we kill a giant python? That's right. Even if it is a giant python, with so many of us, we can exhaust it to death, okay? Hearing this, the small group of members of the beast god space, who had already experienced Wang Mang's terror, smiled bitterly. At this time, the huge hyena could not help but say helplessly, "Anyway, don't get your hopes up." Hearing this, most of the members of the beast god space were about to mock again. Suddenly, an extremely cold voice sounded. "That's right. This hyena is speaking very fast. Don't get your hopes up." Hearing this, the members of the beast god space present were all stunned, then looked sideways in the direction of the voice. Then, they saw a strange black python that was 6 meters long moving its body and appearing in the distance. Seeing this scene, the 7 to 8 meters long hippopotamus in the lead could not help laughing and said in a mocking tone, "Hyena, is this what you meant by an impossible mission?" Hearing this, the rest of the members of the beast god space also laughed and mocked. "Damn, it scared me to death. Such a big python. Is this the giant python that the beast god space mentioned? Damn, it's true. There is a mission mark on its head. Ahaha. This beast god space is definitely giving out benefits to everyone. Mother Fastress Kerr, I was scared to death. I thought this mission was really scary. Oh my god, I'm so scared. What a giant python. Come and eat me quickly. Ahaha. Damn it. I'm dying of laughter. 6 meters long? It's much bigger than the ones in the zoo. Is this the giant python that the beast god space mentioned? I was so scared that I almost drooled. Chapter 165. Oh my, 6 meters is too big. It's just not enough. Ha ha ha. Stop it. The more you talk about it, the more scared I am. A 6-meter-long python. I've learned something new. Python my ass. It must have just become a monster. Ha ha. It could be our snack. For a moment, the members of the beast god space laughed unscrupulously. At first, they were a little frightened by Hyena's words. But when they saw Wang Mang's size, they were all shocked. Especially when they saw the mission sign on Wang Mang's head, they couldn't help laughing out loud. At the same time, the members of the beast god space were inexplicably relieved. On the contrary, the members who had experienced Wang Mang's horror looked at Wang Mang in surprise, their hearts full of doubts. This was not the target they knew. They still remembered that Wang Mang showed his invincible power and killed them last time. Could it be that the ferocious python from last time had really disappeared? Was the beast god space really kind to give everyone benefits this time? Thinking of this, most of the members shook their heads. They knew that the beast god space was not so benevolent. It was good enough that it didn't cheat them. Would it give them benefits? Was this possible? Because of this, for a moment, all the members of the beast god space were paying attention to Wang Mang. At the same time, Wang Mang couldn't help laughing after hearing these guys' words. Ha ha ha, I thought I was the only one who was drooling. Obviously, Wang Mang wasn't angry at all. What these guys said just now really amused him. Especially what the hippopotamus said, it scared them to the point of drooling. Thinking of this, Wang Mang said with a creepy smile, "It seems that all of you are drooling, but won't I be too small? Not enough for you to share?" After hearing Wang Mang's words, the members of the beast god space all laughed. "You have some awareness. If it weren't for the mission, maybe I would let you go. It's okay. Although it's a little small, we can still have a taste of you." Hearing this, Wang Mang laughed maniacally. "Yes, yes, yes. Although it's a little small, it's definitely enough to fill your teeth." As soon as he finished speaking, Wang Mang's tiny body began to expand crazily. Seeing this scene, the members of the beast god space who were laughing suddenly stopped laughing. Under the astonished and incredulous gazes of these fellows, Wang Mang's body returned to its original size in just a moment. When they saw Wang Mang's 75-meter-long body, The members who were laughing and mocking him were all dumbfounded. They stared blankly at Wang Mang, their eyeballs almost popping out. Where was the promised little python? Where was the promised 6-meter-long python? How did it become so big in such a short time? Gulp, gulp. After coming back to his senses, the sound of saliva being swallowed could be heard. At the same time, the members of the beast god space who were originally clamoring suddenly became completely silent. Moreover, it was replaced by pairs of horrified gazes. Seeing this scene, Wang Mang felt very comfortable in his heart. He felt an indescribable pleasure. Was this the feeling of being pretentious? Oh my God, it felt so good to be pretentious. To tell the truth, when he saw that these fellows could no longer laugh, Wang Mang laughed instead. Sigh. He didn't know if he could get full marks for this wave of pretentiousness. Seeing the members of the beast god space who were like statues, Wang Mang laughed sinisterly. How is it? Is it enough for you to eat now? Hearing Wang Mang's words, when they came back to their senses, they all felt bitter in their hearts. A feeling of despair spontaneously rose from the depths of their hearts. Many of the members who knew the truth almost fainted from fright. At this moment, the members who were laughing and mocking Wang Mang earlier all wanted to die. On the contrary, after seeing Wang Mang's super huge body, Hyena trembled in fear and said, I knew that the beast god space would never give out benefits. Hearing this, Wang Mang couldn't help but laugh sinisterly. No, no, no. It's a benefit. But this benefit is only for me. Aha! After hearing Wang Mang's words, the members of the beast god space collectively became even more desperate. Sitting up in a dream while dying, the clown is actually myself. Looking up to the sky and laughing uncontrollably. The road to hell is thousands of miles long. This is definitely enough to eat. With so many of us, it's definitely enough to fill our stomachs. Damn, I see. No wonder Hyena said he couldn't complete the task. Damn, no wonder this guy is laughing so happily. It turns out that he's sure to win. Oh my God, benefits are benefits, but we are the real benefits. Hearing these fellows' extremely desperate voices, Wang Mang couldn't help but laugh. I'll send you on your way now. You're very honored to be able to use your lives to experience my remarkable ability. As soon as his voice fell, Wang Mang opened his bloody mouth and spat out the fallen heart flame. In the next moment, these members of the beast god space were drowned by Wang Mang's flames before they could even dodge. For a moment, screams sounded continuously. These members were like headless flies, screaming and struggling. But as they struggled, they passed the flames on their bodies to the other members. Therefore, in just a moment, the black fallen heart flame was burning like a raging fire. Then, in less than 10 minutes, the screams disappeared completely, leaving only the black flames of the meteor fall on the ground, still burning fiercely. This scene simply stunned Wang Mang. Nearly 1,000 members of the beast god space were all burned to death by his flames, so much so that not even ashes were left. To be honest, this was simply beyond Wang Mang's expectations. He never thought that the fallen heart flame would be so powerful, burned to the point where not even the corpses were left. He even said that he wanted to have a good meal. Thinking of this, Wang Mang couldn't help but smile bitterly. He could also be considered to have witnessed how terrifying his own mystical ability was. This was simply a mouthful of flames that immediately ended the battle. Of course, the only fly in the ointment was that he couldn't enjoy the spoils of war. After all, not even the dregs were left. What could he eat? Just as Wang Mang was sighing, the system's voice sounded frowny-faced ding. Congratulations, host. Successfully completed the task. Ding. Congratulations, host. Obtained 10,000 evolution points. Ding. Congratulations, host. Obtained intermediate blind box X1. Chapter 166. When he heard the system's voice, Wang Mang was overjoyed. This was probably the fastest mission he had ever completed. It was as easy as blowing off dust. Thinking about this, Wang Mang was in a good mood. He even felt that the beast god space was simply delivering food to him. Thinking about this, Wang Mang could not help but feel proud. After all, Wang Mang knew that his evolution speed was very fast. He still remembered that half a year ago, he was only a small python. How long had it been since then? His body had already reached 70 meters. Just thinking about it, Wang Mang could not help but feel a sense of satisfaction. This kind of noob, this kind of mission, Wang Mang only wanted to say that the more, the better. After all, this kind of mission was simply too easy to earn. In a good mood, Wang Mang returned home. He returned to the cave. After returning to the cave, Wang Mang could not help but want to take a look at his recent harvest. At the same time, he wanted to see how many evolution points he needed to evolve again. Thinking about this, Wang Mang said in his heart, "System, open my personal information." In the next moment, his personal information appeared in front of him. Host, Wang Mang type, Black Flame Ox Python status, Peak cultivation, 4,000 years body, 75 meters long, 7 meters wide, 70,000 kilograms weight. Combat strength, 70,000 kilograms bite force, 95 kilometers per hour skills. Death coil, corrosive poison, skin camouflage, steel body, super healing, water breathing, bloodthirsty rage, 10,000 beast deterrence, wishful, shrink divine ability. King's slavery, soul controlling seal, black flames of death special. Storage space, information detection, 10% evolution card X1. Free chance to upgrade divine ability X1. Designated lottery chance X1. Intermediate blind box X1. Black flame ox python. Incomplete template shop. Open luck 25. Unlucky. Evolution points 38150/80,000 after looking at his personal information. Wang Mang could not help but nod in satisfaction. Right now, he only needed 40,000 evolution points to evolve again. Not bad, not bad. Wang Mang, who was in a good mood, suddenly noticed that the black ox python template he had found last time was still there. Thinking of this, Wang Mang said in his heart, "System, sell the black bull python template. This trashy trash template doesn't fit my identity at all." The next moment, the system's voice sounded frowny-facing. "Congratulations, host. Successfully sold the incomplete black bull python template." Ding. "Congratulations, host. Obtained 150 evolution points." After hearing the system's voice, Wang Mang was stunned. He remembered that he had spent 5 mall coins when he had bought it. 5 market coins equals 500 million evolution points. Equals 500 evolution points. In the end, the system recycled it so cheaply. F***CK. How could there be such a profiteer? Wang Mang was speechless. He originally thought that he could sell it for 500 evolution points. Fine. It seemed that he was too naive. After thinking for a while, Wang Mang was thinking about what he needed the most right now. It could be said that he did not lack offensive or defensive methods. He now had 3 types of divine abilities. Moreover, he still had 1 chance to upgrade his divine ability. The main reason was that his current divine ability was enough. He wanted to use this chance to upgrade his divine ability for an even more heaven-defying divine ability. Thus, Wang Mang did not use the chance to upgrade his divine ability. What he was thinking about was which aspect of his designated lucky draw opportunity should he use it to improve. To be honest, Wang Mang felt that the designated lottery chance was the best. Thus, Wang Mang did not think clearly about what he needed and did not rashly use it. Should I use it to obtain evolution points? Or should I obtain divine abilities? Or should I use skills? Forget it. I already have so many skills. It's enough. Just as Wang Mang was in a dilemma, he suddenly thought of something. Wait, it seems that my luck value is not high. Thinking of this, Wang Mang's eyes lit up. He knew what he needed to upgrade. He should upgrade his luck value. After all, his luck value was too low. If his luck value was maxed out, wouldn't he be able to kill gods in the future? Thinking of this, Wang Mang could not help but look forward to it. In his mind, it was as if he had already imagined the scene of him being blessed with luck, like a demon lord descending from the heavens and becoming a god. Thinking of this, Wang Mang could not help but ask in his heart, "System, if I upgrade my luck value, will my luck become better?" The system's voice sounded again, frowny face, "Yes. When the host has enough luck, he will be favored by the heavens and become the focus of the era. Actually, if the host wants to upgrade his luck value, there is also a way. That is to devour a lot of luck. For example, in the Red Empire, the people at the peak of the political world or the peak of the business world." After listening to the system's explanation, Wang Mang was stunned. Didn't it say that it could not be upgraded? It turned out that it could still be upgraded. Thinking of this, Wang Mang's eyes lit up. He quickly asked again, "System, give me an example." The system's voice sounded again, frowny face, "For example, the political world, the people at the peak of the power in tiny country, the people at the peak of the power in white bear country, the people at the peak of the power in star stripe country, the people at the peak of the power in red empire. For example, the business world, the richest man in the empire, Boss Ma, the richest man in the world." Explanation. In short, the more successful a person is, the more luck he will have. His luck value will not be too low. Explanation. But when the host devours these people, he will have to resist the backlash of the heavens in order to successfully plunder the luck of others. After listening to the system's explanation, Wang Mang was stunned again. How could he devour these people that the system was talking about? Bro, if he devoured any one of these people, it would be a mess. Even Wang Mang didn't want to provoke those people with great power. After all, in this era. But these people at the peak of the power in the empire had the final say. Thus, this was something that Wang Mang would not consider at all. Unless there was something wrong with his head, he would not think of ways to devour these people. If he really dared to do that, he might not even be able to eat them. Even if he did eat them, he would probably be suppressed by modern martial arts. As for the business world, the richest man in a country, or even the richest man in the world, these people at the peak of the wealth were not easy to deal with. Therefore, all of them could be eliminated. These were the targets that the system had listed. He could not devour and plunder them at all. At least in the short term, he did not have the ability to do so. Unless the whole world was in chaos, he would not have a chance. Thinking of this, Wang Mang could not help but feel helpless. It seemed that it was not that easy to plunder other people's luck, not to mention the difficulty. He even had to face the backlash of the heavens. What was there to play with? Forget it. He should just be honest and think of a way to increase his luck value. For the time being, he didn't have the ability to deal with these favored children of heaven and earth who were born in accordance with the times. After pondering for a long time, Wang Mang made a decision. He decided to use this designated lucky draw chance to increase his luck value. Thinking of this, Wang Mang said in his heart, "System, use the designated lucky draw chance." Chapter 167. Thinking of this, Wang Mang silently said in his heart, "System, use the designated lucky draw opportunity." The next moment, the system's familiar voice sounded. Ding. "Congratulations, host. Successfully used the designated lucky draw opportunity." Ding. "Host, please specify which type of lucky draw you prefer." Available choices: evolution points, magical powers, skills, or others. After hearing the system's voice, Wang Mang immediately said, "Prefer luck points." Although there was no such option, Wang Mang knew that there must be one. As expected, the system's voice sounded again. Ding. "Congratulations, host, for successfully choosing." Then, in Wang Mang's mind, a lucky compass appeared again. The 9 prizes in the lucky compass did not disappoint Wang Mang. The 9 prizes were as follows: Frowny Face Lucky Goddess Halo, Destined Owner Halo, Golden Dragon of Luck Halo, Beloved of the Era Halo, Novel Protagonist Halo, Luck Plunder Halo, Wealth Career Halo, Love and Marriage Halo, Lord of Heaven and Earth Halo, Invasion World Playing Card. After looking at the 9 prizes, Wang Mang could not help but look forward to it. The names of these prizes could be said to be a little amazing. Thinking of this, Wang Meng could not help but look forward to it. At the same time, the lucky compass also began to spin. 1 minute later, the lucky compass's spinning speed slowed down. Then, the system's familiar voice sounded frowny-faced. Ding. Congratulations, host. Obtained luck plunder halo. Ding. Congratulations, host. Luck stealing aura. Luck plus 25. Providence plundering halo allows the host to plunder other people's luck and providence without suffering any backlash from the heavens. The target's luck and providence cannot be twice as high as the host's. After listening to the system's explanation, Wang Meng was stunned. F***CK. This providence plundering light was really bad. It could directly rob others of their luck points. He just didn't know if he could plunder all of them. Of course, even if he couldn't plunder all of them, he would still be able to do so. But this halo was still very awesome. Thinking up to this point, Wang Meng's mood was indescribably wonderful. This thing is not bad. Moreover, it was much better than obtaining luck value in one go. With this thought, Wang Meng couldn't help but be eager to give it a try. Now, he had obtained the Providence stealing halo. In fact, his luck value had doubled. Then his luck must be pretty good, right? Since that was the case, he decided to test his luck first and see if it had gotten better. Thinking of this, Wang Meng said in his heart, "System, open the intermediate blind box." The next moment, the system's voice sounded. Ding. Congratulations, host. Successfully opened the intermediate blind box. Ding. Congratulations, host. Obtained 10,000 evolution points. After hearing the system's voice, Wang Meng was happy. Not bad. The intermediate blind box gave him 10,000 evolution points. He still remembered that the last time he opened an advanced blind box, it only gave him 5,000 evolution points. But this was the first time he had opened something, and it had already surpassed what he had obtained from the entire advanced blind box. Thinking up to this point, Wang Meng couldn't help but feel wonderful and look forward to it. The next moment, the system's voice sounded for the second time. Ding. Congratulations, host. Obtained 10,000 evolution points. Hearing this, Wang Meng's heart was bursting with joy. Good. That's how it should be. Give me more evolution points. The more the better. The next moment, the system's voice sounded for the third time. Ding. Congratulations, host. Obtained 5,000 evolution points. Subsequently, before Wang Meng could react, the system's voice sounded for the fourth time. Ding. Congratulations, host. Obtained 5,000 evolution points. After the system's voice stopped, Wang Meng came back to his senses and was astonished. He never thought that the system would actually give him evolution points 4 times. The 4 times he opened the lottery were all evolution points. Adding them all up, he had obtained 30,000 evolution points. It could be said that the intermediate blind box being able to give him so many evolution points was out of Wang Meng's expectations. After all, not long ago, he had opened an advanced blind box which gave him only 5,000 evolution points. This time, it was even better. An intermediate blind box had given him 30,000 evolution points. Just thinking about it made Wang Meng extremely happy. My God, after his luck had doubled, his luck was simply too good. Thinking up to this point, Wang Meng couldn't help but be high-spirited. At the same time, he knew that he wouldn't be far from his next evolution. Thinking up to this point, Wang Meng said in his heart, "System, open my personal information." The next moment, his personal information appeared in front of his eyes. Host, Wang Meng type, Black Flame Bull Python status, peak cultivation, for 1,000 years body, 75 meters long, 7 meters wide, 70,000 kilograms weight. Fighting strength, 70,000 kilograms bite force, 95 kilometers per hour skills. Death coil, corrosive poison, skin camouflage, steel body, super healing, water breathing, bloodthirsty rage, 10,000 beast intimidation, wishful, shrink divine ability. King's thrall, soul controlling seal, black flames of death. Special, storage space, information detection, 10% evolution card X1, free chance to upgrade divine abilities X1 shopping center. Open luck, 50, mediocre. Evolution points, 68300/80,000. After looking at his personal information, Wang Mang was extremely shocked. His luck value had indeed changed. At least he wasn't unlucky anymore. Although it was only mediocre, it was barely comparable to the ordinary. Thinking up to this point, Wang Mang's mood became very good. At this time, the system's voice rang again. Ding. Detected that the host is currently invincible in the province. The host is given the following mission to choose from. Mission 1. Host, at the top of the Oriental Pearl Tower in Shanghai, Red Empire, tell the world of your existence, and let the world be shocked by you. Mission time, available upon completion. Mission reward, 140,000 evolution points. Advanced blind box X1, random lottery X1. Mission 2. Host, at the top of the Tokyo Tower in Tiny Country, tell the world of your existence, and let the world be shocked by you. Mission time, available upon completion. Mission reward, 150,000 evolution points. Intermediate blind box X2, random lottery X1. Mission 3. Host, at the top of the Star-Spangled Country, tell the world of your existence, and let the world be shocked by you. Mission time, available upon completion. Mission reward, 150,000 evolution points. Intermediate blind box X2, random lottery X1. Oh. Chapter 168. After listening to the mission issued by the system, Wang Mang was stunned again. He had never expected the system to issue such a mission. Was he supposed to show off? The problem was the risk was too high. For example, Mission 1. Let him announce his existence at the Oriental Pearl Tower of Shanghai in Red Empire. This was practically telling the people of Red Empire, "Come quickly. I'm a monster. How is it? Am I big enough?" Anyway, it meant something like that. Of course, Wang Mang also knew that the feeling of being coiled up at the Oriental Pearl Tower and showing off would definitely be very good. But Wang Mang also knew that the risk was extremely high. If he really dared to do that, Red Empire would probably get rid of him no matter what. After all, Red Empire had already entered a state of high alert. During the day, military helicopters would fly overhead from time to time. Therefore, Red Empire was currently in a state of high alert. If Wang Mang really went to the peak of Shanghai's Oriental Pearl Tower to make a ruckus, he would probably be suppressed by terrifying force. Therefore, Mission 1. Wang Mang thought for a while and decided not to consider it anymore. Not to mention the reward for this mission, Wang Mang did not want to cause a ruckus in Red Empire. Moreover, to be honest, Wang Mang was very clear about Red Empire's strength. Red Empire's current position in the world was definitely at the level where they could fight for first place. Therefore, Mission 1 could be ruled out. Mission 3 could also be ruled out. If Mission 1 was to say that Red Empire was at the level where they could fight for first place, not to mention Star-Spangled Nation. In Star-Spangled Nation, they were at the level of martial arts. After all, there was a saying, "Happy America, gunfights every day." It could be said that Red Empire was the empire with the best security, and Star-Spangled Nation was definitely the most chaotic. After all, everyone in Star-Spangled Nation had a gun, and they were happy. Therefore, if one were to consider it seriously, Wang Mang could only choose Mission 2. Although Tiny Country was not big and should be easier to bully. But to be honest, Wang Mang was still not confident about going to Tiny Country to show off. After all, no matter how much trash the small country was, it was still a country. Thinking up to this point, Wang Mang felt a headache coming on. He was a little hesitant about this mission. To be honest, if it was possible, Wang Mang still wanted to continue developing wretchedly. But from the looks of it, the system obviously didn't want him to develop in peace. Thinking up to this point, Wang Mang couldn't help but think to himself, if the system really didn't want me to develop wretchedly, if I reject this mission, it is very likely that I will appear again. With that thought, Wang Mang hardened his heart and said, "System, I reject this mission." After making his choice, Wang Mang couldn't help but secretly heave a sigh of relief. At the same time, he felt somewhat helpless. But in the next moment, the system's voice sounded again. Ding! It has been detected that the host is invincible in this province. The host is given the following mission to choose from. Mission number 1. Please tell the world of your existence at the top of the Oriental Pearl Tower in the Red Empire, Shanghai. Let the world be shocked by you. Mission time. You can obtain it upon completion. Quest reward: 300,000 evolution points. Advanced blind box X2. Random lottery X3. Mission number 2. Please tell the world of your existence at the top of the Tokyo Tower in the tiny country. Let the world be shocked by you. Mission time. You can obtain it upon completion. Mission reward: 450,000 evolution points. Intermediate blind box X4. Random lottery X3. Mission number 3. Please tell the world of your existence at the top of the Star-Spangled Country's New York skyscraper. Let the world be shocked by you. Mission time. You can obtain it upon completion. Mission reward: 450,000 evolution points. Intermediate blind box X5. Random lottery X3. Note: after the host rejects this mission, the same mission will not appear again. After looking at the 3 missions, Wang Mang couldn't help but laugh. He knew that this mission would definitely appear again. Moreover, the reward would be doubled, and there would be changes. Thinking up to this point, Wang Mang no longer hesitated. 450,000 evolution points. The rest of the rewards added together would definitely be enough for him to evolve a few times. Thus, Wang Mang was very calm this time. He said in his heart, "System, I choose mission number 2. In the next moment, the system's familiar voice sounded frowny-faced. Congratulations, host. You have chosen the mission successfully. Please complete the mission as soon as possible to obtain the reward." After listening to the system's voice, Wang Mang muttered helplessly in his heart, "Tiny country. It's not that I want to mess with you. It's just that the system gave too many rewards, of course." It could be said that Wang Mang bullied the weak and feared the strong. Or it could be said that Wang Mang himself didn't like tiny country. In fact, all of these factors were present. Wang Mang himself was someone who bullied the weak and feared the strong. Wasn't he always submissive to the strong and punching the weak? Thus, Wang Mang naturally chose tiny country without hesitation. Of course, although he had made his choice, Wang Mang didn't dare to go immediately. According to his idea, he should increase his strength as he hurried along. By then, when he reached tiny country, he might be able to become stronger along the way. After all, it was only 70 meters. It wasn't shocking enough to show off. Since he had to show off anyway, Wang Mang naturally had to show off to his heart's content. However, Wang Mang also knew that he couldn't continue to stay in his own reservoir. If he continued to stay, how could he become stronger? After all the monster kings in the province had been killed by him. Thinking of this, Wang Mang prepared to go all the way. After he went all the way to Japan and finished showing off, he could also run away. The reason why he chose tiny country to show off was actually that tiny country was surrounded by the sea. After he finished showing off, he could run directly into the sea. Once he entered the sea, he didn't have to worry about the revenge of tiny country at all. When he entered the sea, wouldn't he be able to do whatever he wanted? Thinking of this, Wang Mang had already made up his mind. This time, he was really going to go on a long journey. After all, the system didn't allow him to develop wretchedly. Fortunately, Wang Mang wasn't too worried about his current size. Wang Mang believed that on land, he should belong to the kind of big shot that was hard to find a match for. Of course, before leaving, Wang Mang still had to explain everything. Thus that night, Wang Mang found Elder Yang, contacted his father, and told him that he was going on a long journey. Following that, Wang Mang then got a few maps from Elder Yang. He was afraid that he would get lost because of his poor sense of direction. Actually, Wang Mang didn't need to go through so much trouble. He could have directly asked his father to send him there. But in fact, Wang Mang was a little guilty. He was a little guilty of his own strength. He was afraid that he would really die under the firepower of the tiny country. Therefore, Wang Mang chose to set off by himself and increase his strength along the way. After telling his father that he was going on a long journey, Wang Mang arranged for his subordinates. He told Old Turtle and the three big monsters, oh, and the little thing, Brother Flat Top, to guard his territory well. At this point, early in the morning of the third day, Wang Mang resolutely set off. On this day, the sky was clear and boundless. Wang Mang left home with tears in his eyes. Oh no, he was going on a long journey. A few days later, Wang Mang had already left his province and successfully entered Shiguan province. At this moment, in a jungle, Wang Mang was humming a tune as he hurried on his way, fantasizing about his cousin from Guangxi. But in the next moment, Wang Mang saw a familiar black bear fleeing for its life in the jungle in the distance. But when Wang Mang saw the black bear clearly, he couldn't help but be stunned again. He had just entered the territory of Shiguan province, and he was talking about his cousin from Guangxi. But why was he able to meet this black bear demon king in another province? Chapter 169. F***, what's going on? Why is this guy in Shiguan province? Wasn't he supposed to be in his own province, your province? Or it's reasonable to go to Nanyun province where the giant elephant king is. Why did he appear in Shiguan province this time? To be honest, Wang Mang was also somewhat confused. He had originally decided to set off from his own province and then take the sea and land route to be safer. Then, he must pass through the nearest Nanyun province or Shiguan province. Moreover, there were many monster kings in Nanyun province. Therefore, for convenience, Wang Mang followed the map and chose to go through Shiguan province to enter the sea route. However, Wang Mang really did not expect to meet the black bear monster king in Shiguan province. Moreover, looking at this guy's appearance, he seemed to be in a very sorry state. Now, he was desperately running towards Wang Mang's location. This was not because the black bear monster king had discovered Wang Mang. It was because Wang Mang's direction was the closest route to the province. After all, Wang Mang had just run from the province to Shiguan province. Just as Wang Mang was puzzled, the system's voice sounded frowny-faced, detected that the host has discovered a treasure of heaven and earth. The host is given the following missions to choose from. Mission number 1. The host ignores the black bear monster king. Mission time can be obtained by choosing. Mission reward, 2,000 evolution points. Mission number 2. The host takes advantage of the situation. Attack the black bear monster king. Mission time can be obtained by completing. Mission reward, 3,000 evolution points. Mission number 3. The host has a share. Take the opportunity to ask the black bear monster king for a treasure of heaven and earth. Mission time can be obtained by completing. Mission reward, 5,000 evolution points. After listening to the system's voice, Wang Mang could not help but be surprised. He did not expect the black bear monster king to actually get a good thing. Thinking of this, Wang Mang immediately understood why this guy appeared here. At the same time, Wang Mang also carefully observed, but did not find the black bear monster king carrying any treasure of heaven and earth. However, Wang Mang believed that the system would never lie to him. Thinking up to this point, Wang Mang immediately made his choice and said in his heart, "System, I choose mission 3. The next moment, the system's familiar voice sounded frowny-faced. Congratulations, host. Mission selection successful. Please complete the mission as soon as possible for the reward." After listening to the system's voice, Wang Mang was in an even better mood. Was this the F***king benefit of an increase in luck? Did something good happen the moment he stepped out of the house? Thinking up to this point, Wang Mang finally understood the importance of luck. He didn't do anything and was just about to rush to Tiny Country to complete his mission when he encountered such a good thing. It could be said that this was simply a good thing. It wouldn't be too much for them to take the initiative to come to him. Thinking of this, Wang Mang was in high spirits. Wasn't this forcing him to take advantage of someone's precarious situation? Therefore, when the Black Bear Demon King approached, Wang Mang hurriedly shouted, "Brother Black Bear, what's the matter with you?" Hearing this, the Black Bear Demon King, who was running away, was stunned and hurriedly turned to look at Wang Mang. When he saw Wang Mang, the Black Bear Demon King was immediately overjoyed. He was now being chased by the other Demon Kings and was running away. However, he didn't expect to meet Wang Mang again in another province. Therefore, in his great joy, the Black Bear Demon King hurriedly shouted, "Brother Giant Python, help me block the Demon Kings behind me. I owe you a favor." Obviously, the Black Bear Demon King wanted to use Wang Mang to help him quickly get rid of the pursuit. Moreover, this guy didn't even mention a word about the heavenly treasure. Looking at the Black Bear Demon King who was about to run away, Wang Mang immediately went forward to intercept him and said with a smile, "Brother Black Bear, the smell of medicine on you is very strong. Did you get something good?" Hearing this, the Black Bear Demon King was secretly shocked and immediately became vigilant. Then, he played dumb and said to Wang Mang, "Brother Giant Python, I'm afraid you've smelled wrong. Since when did I get anything good? I'm not talking to you anymore. I'm going to run first." With that, the Black Bear Demon King immediately prepared to continue running away. However, Wang Mang once again intercepted him. Seeing this, the Black Bear Demon King was instantly furious. Just as he was about to speak, he suddenly heard a few angry roars behind him. "Black-hearted bear, where do you think you're going?" This voice immediately attracted Wang Mang's attention, and he couldn't help but look sideways. In the distance, several demons with powerful auras were rushing over. One of them was a huge and ugly toad. There was also a 2-meter-long black scorpion that looked like it was covered in armor. There was also a 2-meter-long black spider with a huge, hairy body. Although these guys didn't look big, their Demon King auras were very obvious. Obviously, perhaps because it was daytime, they didn't reveal their true forms. After seeing these 3 Demon Kings, Wang Mang was stunned. He really couldn't understand how the Black Bear Demon King had provoked these poisonous Demon Kings. There was a black scorpion, a toad, and a spider. Obviously, they were all poisonous. At the same time, seeing these 3 guys chasing after him, the Black Bear Demon King immediately looked at Wang Mang with a face full of resentment. If Wang Mang hadn't stopped him, how could he have been caught up? Moreover, the Black Bear Demon King realized that every time he met Wang Mang, nothing good would happen. Last time, he carried the Stone Demon King's corpse back and ate it. Not only did it not improve his strength, but it was also useless. At that time, he was so angry that he wanted to settle the score with Wang Mang. However, he remembered that the heavenly treasure guarded by these 3 Demon Kings in Shiguang Province was about to ripen. Therefore, he gave up the idea of settling the score with Wang Mang. Instead, he secretly ran back to Shiguang Province to steal the heavenly treasure. Okay, he had indeed successfully stolen the heavenly treasure. But now, before he could enjoy it, he was stopped by Wang Mang and caught up with again. Thinking of this, the Black Bear Demon King couldn't help but want to curse Wang Mang. However, thinking that he still needed Wang Mang to break the situation, he held back. "Black Bear, damn it, you dare to steal our heavenly treasure again. It seems that you're not afraid of death. Hurry up and hand over the myriad Poison Grass King, or don't blame us for being ruthless." For a moment, the 3 poisonous Demon Kings shouted angrily. Seeing this scene, Wang Mang understood the truth of the matter. Good heavens, the Black Bear Demon King actually stole other people's heavenly treasure. Moreover, this heaven and earth treasure was obviously an extraordinary treasure. After all, how bad could a heavenly treasure guarded by 3 Demon Kings be? However, under such circumstances, the Black Bear Demon King really succeeded in stealing it. Thinking of this, Wang Mang was speechless. This guy, a dignified Demon King, actually stole things? He simply had no bottom line and didn't care about his face at all. It was true that he never did anything that had to do with people. Facing Wang Mang's gaze, the Black Bear Demon King did not care at all. Instead, he looked at Wang Mang in high spirits and said proudly, "Brother Giant Python, what do you think? Let's kill them together. When the time comes, I'll take 80% of the heavenly treasure and you take 20%. I'll take 20% of these 3 poisonous Demon Kings, and you take 10%. What do you think?" Brother Giant Python, I'm a good brother, right? Chapter 170. After hearing the Black Bear Demon King's words, Wang Mang couldn't help but be speechless. Sure enough, it was still a familiar feeling. This guy hadn't changed at all. He was still so shameless. He was still so shameless. He obviously didn't want to share any of the benefits with him. What's wrong? The Black Bear Demon King looked at Wang Mang and winked. Don't be so touched. We're all brothers. Would I forget you when there's something good? Wang Mang suppressed his anger and looked at the Black Bear Demon King with a smile. Brother Black Bear, what are you talking about? We're all brothers. I won't accept a reward without any effort. How about this? I won't interfere. If I die later, I'll definitely give you a grand funeral. After hearing Wang Mang's words, the Black Bear Demon King immediately panicked. He naturally knew that Wang Mang was not satisfied with the distribution of benefits. Thinking of this, the Black Bear Demon King's heart bled. He said in a trembling voice, Brother, how about this? We'll split the treasures equally. I'll take 2 of these 3 Demon Kings, and you take 1. Seeing this, Wang Mang was still smiling. If we split like this, I might as well kill you with them. I think they'll give your corpse to me for free. At this moment, the 3 poisonous Demon Kings clearly felt that Wang Mang was not to be trifled with. They immediately nodded in agreement. That's right, fellow Taoist, if you can stand by and watch, we'll join forces to kill this black-hearted bear. We're willing to offer his corpse with both hands. Fellow Taoist, we're a family. This black-hearted bear king is fickle and has no bottom line. Fellow Taoist, don't make a mistake. That's right, fellow Taoist, don't make a mistake. This black-hearted bear not only has a bad reputation in the nearby provinces, but he's also the disgrace of the demon race. He's already notorious. Hearing the words of the 3 poisonous demon kings, Wang Mang immediately knew that the Black Bear Demon King definitely had a lot of enemies. No, it might not be just a lot of enemies. From the tone of the 3 demon kings, this fellow was practically a rat despised by the nearby provinces. Of course, Wang Mang didn't care about this. In any case, it was fine as long as he didn't get into trouble. Therefore, while Wang Mang was waiting for the Black Bear Demon King's answer, he also quietly used information detection. In the next moment, the information of the 3 Demon Kings appeared before his eyes. Target, Black Scorpion King. Cultivation experience, for 1,000 years. Level, Demon King Divine Ability. Regrow broken limbs. Burrow into the earth, shrink at will. Target, Poisonous Toad. Cultivation experience, 3,900 years. Level, Demon King Divine Ability. Poison Mist Barrier, shrink at will, toxic armor. Target, Six-Eyed Spider King Cultivation experience, 3,800 years. Level, Demon King Divine Ability. Six Eyes Illusion. Black poison soaring to the heavens, wind blade venom silk. After reading the information of the 3 demon kings, Wang Mang originally had the feeling of looking at him in the eye, but now he didn't care at all. Only the Black Poison Scorpion King could match his cultivation. The remaining 2 fellows were completely inferior to him in terms of cultivation. In this way, he could deal with 2 of them just by using the soul controlling seal. As for the remaining poisonous Scorpion King, Wang Mang could easily kill it. He just had to be careful of the other party's poison. After all, it was Wang Mang's first time encountering such a poisonous insect demon king. At the same time, after hearing the conversation between Wang Mang and the 3 poison Chong demon kings, the Black Bear Demon King panicked even more. He was really afraid that Wang Mang and the 3 demon kings would team up to deal with him. Even if Wang Mang stood by and watched, he wouldn't be able to defeat the 3 poison Chong demon kings. The 3 poison Chong demon kings might not be very capable, but their poison was so strong that he couldn't stand it. Especially the Black Scorpion King. If he was stung by its tail, he would probably be finished. Thinking of this, the Black Bear Demon King wanted to cry, but had no tears. Brother Giant Python, how about this? We'll split the treasures equally, and then the corpses of these demon kings, we'll split them, right? Hearing this, Wang Mang shook his head unceremoniously and demanded an exorbitant price. No, the treasures belong to me, and the corpses belong to me too. That's impossible. The Black Bear Demon King was so angry that his eyes widened. He wanted nothing more than to attack on the spot. Seeing this, Wang Mang relaxed slightly and said, "We'll split the treasures equally, and the 3 Demon Kings belong to me." As soon as he finished speaking, the 3 poison Chung Demon Kings were so angry that they started laughing. "Since you don't know what's good for you, you'll die. Then let's die together with him. You're courting death. Do you really think we're afraid of you?" In an instant, the 3 poison Chung Demon Kings were enraged, and they all transformed into their huge bodies. What surprised Wang Mang was that the 3 of them really weren't small. When they transformed into their true forms, each of them was more than 30 meters in size. At this moment, the Black Bear Demon King also said fiercely, "Brother Giant Python, do it." As soon as he finished speaking, he transformed into his huge body that was more than 50 meters tall. Seeing this, Wang Mang was not to be outdone. He instantly transformed into his huge body that was more than 70 meters long. "Brother, I'll deal with the strongest Black Scorpion King. I'll leave the remaining 2 weak ones to you." After roaring angrily, the very shameless Black Bear Demon King roared and charged towards the Black Scorpion King. This guy is still so shameless. Wang Mang, who was secretly speechless, couldn't be bothered with this guy. He looked at the Poison Toad and the 6-eyed Spider King that were already charging over. Seeing these 2 guys charging over, Wang Mang didn't hold back and directly used his divine ability. Soul Controlling Seal. King's Slave. Obviously, Wang Mang couldn't even be bothered to fight. He directly used 2 divine abilities, wanting to control these 2 fellows. After all, these 2 Demon Kings were indeed weaker than him, and they didn't have any divine abilities that could stack their battle strength. Therefore, Wang Mang didn't feel the slightest bit of pressure when using these 2 divine abilities. The 2 Demon Kings that were originally charging towards Wang Mang immediately let out miserable cries. Then, they started to struggle crazily on the spot. Obviously, Wang Mang's 2 divine abilities were starting to take effect. Now, he was torturing them with incomparable pain, trying to completely control them. After that, Wang Mang relaxed as he watched the 2 Demon Kings struggle bitterly for 2 hours. At this moment, 2 voices sounded in Wang Mang's mind. 6-eyed Spider King greets Master. Poison Toad greets Master. After hearing the voices in his mind, Wang Mang couldn't help but laugh. At the same time, he also felt that the life and death of these 2 guys were completely in his hands. Obviously, Wang Mang had successfully taken control of these 2 fellows. Thinking of this, Wang Mang almost laughed out loud. He didn't even make a move. He just used his divine ability and ended the battle. It was as if these 2 guys were warriors and Wang Mang was a sorcerer. He relied on magic to win. At this moment, Wang Mang ordered them, "All of you, go and attack the Black Scorpion Poison King." In the next moment, under Wang Mang's command, the Poison Toad and 6-eyed Spider King began to madly charge towards the Black Scorpion Poison King. Seeing this, the Black Bear Demon King, who was fighting the Black Scorpion Poison King, was scared half to death and subconsciously jumped far away. But in the next moment, something that shocked the Black Bear Demon King happened. The Poison Toad and 6-eyed Spider King actually attacked the Black Scorpion Poison King. Moreover, they used divine abilities right from the start. The Black Bear Demon King's dog eyes were almost blinded. At the same time, the Black Scorpion Poison King didn't expect these 2 guys to change sides at the last minute. Therefore, he was caught off guard and directly hit by the divine abilities of the 6-eyed Spider King and the Poison Toad. At this moment, under the Poison Toad's poisonous fog, the Black Scorpion Poison King let out a shrill scream. Moreover, the Black Scorpion Poison King hadn't been screaming for long. He was then cut in half by the 6-eyed Spider King's silver-white spider silk, which was as sharp as a blade, and died on the spot. Seeing this scene, the Black Bear Demon King was already stunned. Even his brain had short-circuited. What was going on? What was going on? However, Wang Mang didn't pay any attention to the Black Bear Demon King. He elegantly moved forward and swallowed the Black Scorpion Poison King into his stomach. Then, under the Black Bear Demon King's stupefied gaze, Wang Mang ordered the Poison Toad and Six-Eyed Spider King to shrink into his mouth. Once the two Monster Kings entered his bloody mouth, the two Monster Kings were stunned. Wang Mang first erased their consciousness before swallowing the two Demon Kings into his stomach. Until now, the three Poison Beast Demon Kings had all died tragically on the spot. Wang Mang ate the three Demon Kings effortlessly. At the same time, the system's familiar voice sounded frowny-faced ding. Congratulations, host. Devoured Six-Eyed Spider King. Obtained 4,000 evolution points. Ding. Congratulations, host. Devoured Toad and Poison Toad. Obtained 4,000 evolution points. Ding. Congratulations, host. Devoured Black Scorpion Poison King. Obtained 5,000 evolution points. Ding. Congratulations, host. The accumulation has reached the evolution condition. Do you wish to begin evolution? Chapter 171. After listening to the system's voice, Wang Mang was once again overjoyed. Oh my god, was this the benefit of having a strong luck value? He had just left for a long time, and he had encountered such a good thing. First, the Black Bear Demon King brought treasures to his doorstep. Then, he brought three Demon Kings to his doorstep. This benefit was as if he had grown legs, constantly rushing towards him. Thinking of this, Wang Mang was in a wonderful mood. This kind of good thing came to his doorstep. Oh my god, it was simply luck that had come, and he couldn't stop it. At the same time, Wang Mang couldn't help but want to see how many evolution points he had now. Thinking of this, Wang Mang silently said in his heart, "System, open my personal information." In the next moment, personal information appeared in front of his eyes. Host, Wang Mang. Type, Black Bull Python. Status, adult. Cultivation, for 1,000 years. Body shape, 75 meters long, 7 meters wide, 70,000 kilograms. Combat strength, 70,000 kilograms of bite force, 95 kilometers per hour. Skills, death coil, corrosive poison, skin camouflage, steel body, super self-healing, water breathing, bloodthirsty rage, 10,000 beast deterrence, wishful shrinking. Divine ability, King's Slavery, Soul Control Seal, Black Flames of Death. Special, storage space, information detection, 10% evolution card X1, free chance to upgrade divine ability X1. Mall, activated. Luck, 50 mediocre. Evolution value, 81300/80,000. After reading his personal information, Wang Mang was even more satisfied. How long had he just come out? He could evolve again. Moreover, this didn't include the distribution of treasures and the mission rewards. Thinking of this, Wang Mang was even more high-spirited. At this moment, Wang Mang's heart could be said to be filled with ambition. He wanted to push all the way to the small country. If God blocked him, he would kill God. If Buddha blocked him, he would kill Buddha. I am invincible. You can do whatever you want. At this time, the Black Bear Demon King who had regained his senses. He was even more terrified in his heart. He had seen Wang Mang's previous methods. At the same time, he also wanted to know, did Wang Mang obtain a method to control others? Otherwise, how could the previous scene be explained? Thinking of this, the Black Bear Demon King was secretly on guard. At the same time, he couldn't help but curse in his heart. The heavens were unfair. I, Old Bear, have worked so hard, but my strength is not as fast as this dog's. Originally, his strength had increased a lot after hunting the Demon King with Wang Mang. After parting ways with Wang Mang, he did not stop and began to run around again. But in the end, his strength was not as fast as Wang Mang's. He Xiong felt wronged. Could it be that I, Old Bear, am not working hard enough? It seemed that this Old Bear would have to visit the lairs of other fellow Taoists more often. At this time, seeing Wang Mang looking at him, the Black Bear Monster King smiled and said, "Brother Python, if there's nothing else, let's part ways." Hearing this, Wang Mang sneered in his heart and said coldly, "Brother Black Bear, aren't you going to take out the heavenly treasures?" The Black Bear Monster King said helplessly, "Brother Python, we agreed that I would have one Demon King corpse and you would have two. In the end, you didn't leave a single one for me." Obviously, the Black Bear Monster King wanted to go back on his word. Of course, Wang Mang also saw it and said coldly, "Brother Black Bear, my supernatural power has improved recently. Brother, why don't you help me test its power again?" Hearing Wang Mang's words, the Black Bear Monster King immediately thought of the previous scene and smiled ingratiatingly. "Brother Python, let's talk nicely. I'm just joking with you." After speaking, the Black Bear Monster King opened his bloody mouth and took out a wooden box. Then he turned 2 meters long and waved the wooden box in his hand at Wang Mang. Similarly, after this fellow took out the wooden box, Wang Mang smelled a medicinal fragrance wafting towards him. However, what made Wang Mang a little speechless was that this guy actually hid the heavenly treasure in his stomach. After Wang Mang shrank his body, he came to the Black Bear Monster King's side and said expressionlessly, "Open it. Let me see." Seeing this, the Black Bear Monster King opened the wooden box with a pained expression. Immediately, the medicinal fragrance filled the air. In the wooden box, a 2-meter-tall green grass immediately struggled to escape. At this time, the Black Bear Monster King immediately pressed down on the heavenly treasure. To be honest, the appearance of the heavenly treasure was too ordinary. If he hadn't sensed the incomparably strong medicinal fragrance, it would probably be no different from an ordinary green foxtail grass. At the same time, Wang Mang also used information detection. The next moment, the heavenly treasure's information immediately appeared before his eyes. Target: Myriad Poisons Grass King Cultivation Experience, 4499 years level. Monster King. After reading the information, Wang Mang was simply astonished. No wonder this Myriad Poisons Grass King had such a strong medicinal fragrance. This was simply stronger than the Polygonum Flower King that he had taken for himself. Back then, the Polygonum Flower King that he had taken for himself only had 3,800 years of cultivation experience. But this Myriad Poisons Grass King had already reached 4,500 years of cultivation experience. Logically speaking, such a heavenly treasure should have become a Monster King, right? At this time, the Black Bear Monster King saw Wang Mang's doubts and smiled proudly. "Brother, are you wondering why it didn't become a Monster King?" Hearing this, Wang Mang nodded. The Black Bear Monster King then explained, "Brother Giant Python, you don't know. It's very difficult for a spiritual wood that is classified as a heavenly treasure to become a Monster King. But they are blessed by nature. Once they break the 9,000-year limit, they can directly become Earth Immortals. Moreover, these heavenly treasures don't need to undergo tribulation every 1,000 years. To put it bluntly, they don't need to undergo tribulation. Once the age reaches 9,000 years, they can directly become Earth Immortals." After listening to the Black Bear Monster King's explanation, only now did Wang Mang feel extremely shocked. He didn't expect that heavenly treasures would be blessed by nature in this aspect. It could be said that as long as these heavenly treasures could survive the 9,000-year tribulation, they could become Earth Immortals. This was much more powerful than ordinary heavenly treasures. Thinking of this, Wang Mang nodded with some anticipation and said, "Hurry up and divide it. I can't wait." Hearing this, the Black Bear Monster King nodded, his face full of reluctance. At this time, the Myriad Poisons Grass King couldn't help but let out an ethereal and pleasant pleading voice. "Great kings, can you spare my life? Just leave the roots." Hearing this, the Black Bear Monster King looked at the roots and sighed. "It's not impossible to spare your life, but you have to make a life-bonded oath to repay me in the future." Hearing this, Wang Mang was speechless. This guy was as shameless as ever. The roots of the myriad poisons grass king were very thin and didn't occupy much of its body. The roots were like the roots of spring onions. However, the black bear monster king wanted to eat it, and he wanted it to repay his kindness in the future. He even wanted to force it to make a poisonous oath. To be honest, Wang Mang couldn't do this kind of act of eating it and asking it to repay his kindness in the future. Only the shameless black bear would do something like this. Chapter 172. To be honest, this was the first time the Thousand Poison Grass King had heard such a shameless request. It was not the first time it had been caught by a monster. However, the monster that caught it had spared its life because it did not have many roots. Therefore, it had never met such a shameless person. This was the first time it had encountered such a shameless person. However, for its life, the Thousand Poison Grass King could only tearfully swear, "I, the Thousand Poison Grass King, swear that I will repay the Black Bear Monster King for sparing my life today. If I go back on my word, I will be punished by the heavens." After hearing the Thousand Poison Grass King's vow, the Black Bear Monster King nodded in satisfaction. He pinched off its roots and threw it aside, saying scram. Unfortunately, the remaining roots could not make any sound, so it could only escape by burrowing into the ground. After that, Wang Mang and the Black Bear Monster King divided the Thousand Poison Grass King. After Wang Mang swallowed the Thousand Poison Grass King, the system's voice sounded frowny-faced ding. "Congratulations, host. Swallowed half of the Thousand Poison Grass King. Obtained 5,000 evolution points. Ding. Congratulations, host. Mission completed. Obtained 5,000 evolution points." After hearing the system's voice, Wang Mang could not help but nod in satisfaction. Not bad. Another 10,000 evolution points had entered his account. Thinking of this, Wang Mang could not wait to evolve. At this time, the Black Bear Monster King said sorrowfully, "Brother Giant Python, let's part ways." Hearing this, Wang Mang nodded and said, "Okay, let's part ways here. See you again." After hearing Wang Mang's words and thinking about how much of his benefits had been shared by Wang Mang, he said gloomily, No, Brother Giant Python, let's not meet again." Looking at the Black Bear Monster King's gloomy expression, Wang Mang could not help but laugh. He nodded slightly and parted ways. After parting ways, Wang Mang immediately began to look for a hiding place so that he could continue his journey after evolving. 2 hours later, before the sky turned dark, Wang Mang finally found a huge cave. To Wang Mang's delight, there was actually a wild boar Great Yao in the cave. After seeing Wang Mang, the wild boar Great Demon trembled in fear and said in fear, "Your Majesty, may I know how I have offended your Majesty?" Hearing this, Wang Mang said bluntly, "Get out of here. I'll be using your cave for 2 days. Yes. I'll scram right now." The Great Boar Demon was so scared that it nodded its head like a chicken pecking at rice. It hurriedly scrambled out of the cave. Only then did Wang Mang nod his head in satisfaction. Then he said in his heart, "System, begin the evolution." The next moment, the system's familiar voice sounded frowny-faced ding, deducting 80,000 evolution points. Beginning evolution. After that, Wang Mang lost consciousness during the evolution. 2 hours later, only then did Wang Mang awaken from his evolution. The first thing he did was to observe the changes in his body. First, something worth mentioning. Wang Mang discovered that his body had changed a lot. As for how big the change was, Wang Mang was not too sure. Thus, Wang Mang said in his heart, "System, open my personal information." In the next moment, his personal information appeared in front of his eyes. Host, Wang Mang type, Black Flame Bull Python status, adult cultivation, for 1,100 years body, 78 meters long, 7 meters wide, weight, 73,000 kilograms. Fighting strength, 73,000 kilograms. Speed, 95 kilometers per hour. Skills, Death Coil, Corrosive Poison, Skin Camouflage, Steel Body, Super Healing, Water Breathing, Bloodthirsty Rage, 10,000 beast deterrence, wishful, shrink divine abilities, king's slavery, soul controlling seal, black flames of death special, storage space, information detection, 10% evolution card X1, free chance to upgrade divine abilities X1 shop, open luck, 50 mediocre, evolution points, 11300/160000. After looking at his personal information, Wang Mang could not help but nod his head in satisfaction. His strength had increased quite a bit this time. His body length had reached 78 meters, one step closer to 100 meters. His weight had also reached 73 tons. His cultivation had reached 4,100 years. This kind of cultivation had definitely surpassed most of the Goblin Kings. Thinking about this, Wang Mang could not help but be high-spirited. It seemed that he would have to walk the path of beating up the Goblin Kings in the future. Sure enough, his talent was extraordinary. He was afraid that he was the legendary genius of the ages. Thinking about this, Wang Mang could not help but be immensely proud. Not bad. His strength had increased. He could continue to set off. Who knows, he might be able to increase his body length to 100 meters before reaching Tiny Country. Thinking about this, Wang Mang took out the map and looked at it for a while. Only then did he leave the cave in satisfaction. However, what Wang Mang did not expect was that when he left the cave, he bumped into the wild boar goblin that had returned. Not only that, the wild boar goblin even had a helper. It was an extremely ugly farmer's dog. "King, it's him. I was sleeping in the cave, but this guy came in and beat me up. I said your name, King." He even said arrogantly, "Your king is nothing." After hearing this, Wang Mang was stunned. Why did he not remember saying these words? Looking at the wild boar goblin in front of him, who looked as if he had been greatly wronged, Wang Mang was even more stunned. He did not remember saying these words? Good heavens! Seeing this, Wang Mang almost burst into tears. To be honest, if this wild boar goblin was not in the entertainment industry, Wang Mang would have given it an Oscar. At this moment, the incomparably ugly dog looked at Wang Mang with a ferocious expression and said, "I'm sorry. Good. You dare to bully Ben Huang's subordinates. Little Goblin King, how dare you? Do you know who this Goblin King is?" Looking at this arrogant dog, Wang Mang could not help but laugh again. However, Wang Mang secretly became vigilant, because the aura of this incomparably ugly dog was too strong. Its aura was more tyrannical than any Goblin King that Wang Mang had ever seen. Therefore, Wang Mang could not help but secretly use information detection. In the next moment, this dog's information appeared before his eyes. Target, Goblin King. Cultivation experience. Level, divine powers. Origin, great background, great reputation. Threat level. When he saw the other party's information, Wang Mang was completely stunned again. He really didn't expect that this ugly dog would be so awesome. One must know that only when the difference in strength was too great, Wang Mang's information detection would have such a situation. Thinking of this, Wang Mang's heart was heavy. At this time, the system's voice sounded frowny-faced, detected the host's current situation. The host is given the following mission to choose from. Mission number 1. Anger the other party. Life and death are uncertain. Mission reward. If they are all dead, there is no need for a reward. Mission number 2. Take the initiative to apologize and be forgiven. Mission time. Complete to receive the reward. Mission reward. 10,000 evolution points. Mission number 3. Curry favor with the other party. Gains favor. Mission time. Complete to receive the reward. Mission reward. 50,000 evolution points. Advanced blind box X1. Chapter 173. After listening to the system's voice, Wang Mang was stunned. He never thought that the system would give him this kind of quest. Moreover, he had to curry favor with a dog? F***CK. Wang Mang immediately felt that he had been insulted. Logically speaking, he should be in high spirits. But he, the Goblin King, actually had to curry favor with a dog? This was simply too much. What made Wang Mang even more fearful was that, listening to the system's tone, this extremely ugly dog was actually very powerful. If he angered it, would his life be in danger? Thinking about this, Wang Mang could not help but feel his heart become heavy. He felt that this was simply too much. To be honest, Wang Mang would never have dreamed of this. There would be a day when he would have to curry favor with a dog. Forget it. For the 50,000 evolution points, he had to endure it. After thinking about this, Wang Mang felt a lot better. Otherwise, Wang Mang would really feel sullen. What the F***CK? Since when did a goblin dog appear? Such a powerful fellow. Moreover, the other party's fame was extremely great. Wang Mang really wanted to know just how great the other party's background was. Thinking about this, Wang Mang said in his heart, "System, I choose the third quest." In the next moment, the system's voice sounded again. Ding. Host has successfully chosen a quest. Please complete the quest as soon as possible to obtain the reward. Hearing this, Wang Mang looked at the arrogant wild boar goblin and suppressed the anger in his heart. He carefully asked, "I wonder, what is the Goblin King's background?" Hearing Wang Mang's words, the extremely ugly dog was immediately unhappy. It looked at Wang Mang in disbelief and said in astonishment, "You actually don't know Ben Huang? How dare you not know Ben Huang? Could it be that Ben Huang's fame is not big enough? Don't you know how powerful Ben Huang is?" Hearing this, Wang Mang was simply speechless in his heart. He felt like he had met a pretentious prick. What made Wang Mang collapse even more was that a dog was acting cool in front of him. This was simply F***ed up. At this time, the dog raised its head and said proudly, "Tell him, who is Ben Huang?" Hearing that, the wild boar, great demon, roared arrogantly, "Little demon king, listen carefully. Our great king is like a devil lord who has descended from the heavens. He is truly the Tai Sui god of the human world, the invincible leader of the demon race, the strongest and most powerful demon emperor. Now do you know how powerful my king is?" With that said, the wild boar demon was abnormally arrogant. It raised its head, revealing a pair of pig nostrils. After hearing this, Wang Mang was speechless, but when he remembered that the mission was to please the other party, he could only pretend to be shocked. "So it's the number 1 Demon Emperor. Please forgive me if I have offended you, Demon Emperor." Seeing that Wang Mang was so tactful, the dog Demon Emperor was very satisfied. "That's right. You're very self-aware. It just so happens that Ben Huang is still lacking a great guardian. You could be Ben Huang's great guardian from now on." Hearing that, Wang Mang almost cried. This is F***king asking me to be his underling. Also, he wants to order me around as free labor. Thinking of this, Wang Mang could be said to be extremely furious in his heart. But now he felt a little helpless, thinking that this guy's strength was probably much stronger than his. Wang Mang could only say helplessly, "Demon Emperor, you don't know. I have something to do. When I'm done, I'll come and join you immediately, Demon Emperor. How about that?" Hearing this, the dog Demon Emperor thought for a while, then smacked its lips and said, "That's true. It's not easy for you to blend into human society with your identity, and it's not good for Ben Huang to bring you along. How about this? You could take a position with Ben Huang first, and you'll be Ben Huang's great guardian in the future." As soon as he finished speaking, Wang Mang heard the familiar voice of the system in his mind. "Ding! Congratulations, host. You have successfully completed the mission. You have obtained 50,000 evolution points as a reward." "Ding! Congratulations, host. You have obtained an advanced blind box reward." After hearing the system's voice, Wang Mang was simply stunned. The mission was completed just like that? Isn't this mission too simple? Thinking of this, Wang Mang almost laughed out loud. If there were more missions like this in the future, he could give him a truckload of them. Just a few words of flattery, and the mission was completed. It was simply too easy. However, Wang Mang still wanted to get to the bottom of this fellow's background. Thinking of this, Wang Mang asked in a flattering tone, I wonder if Demon Emperor has done something big before. Hearing Wang Mang's question, the dog Demon Emperor was shocked. That's right. That's not right. How did you know? Hearing this, Wang Mang immediately shook his head and smiled. Since Demon Emperor is the #1 Demon Emperor, then you must have done something big. Otherwise, how could Demon Emperor be respected by all the demon clans? Hearing Wang Mang's flattery, the dog Demon Emperor was elated. Yes, yes, yes. Ben Huang has done a lot of big things. I'm not afraid to tell you that Ben Huang's background is very big. Do you know the 8 immortals Lu Dongbin? Hearing this, Wang Mang was stunned and asked in astonishment, could it be that Demon Emperor and Lu Dongbin have met before? Hearing this, the dog Demon Emperor was extremely proud. It's more than just meeting. In Lu Dongbin's last life, he was almost bitten to death by Ben Huang. He was bitten by Ben Huang until he cried for his father and mother. If not for Ben Huang being soft-hearted and sparing his dog life, he probably wouldn't have become an immortal yet. Hearing this, Wang Mang was completely dumbfounded. He felt that his brain had short-circuited. Everyone had heard of the phrase, 8 immortals cross the sea, each showing his own abilities. Of course, Wang Mang had heard of it too. Of course, the most well-known allusion to Lu Dongbin was the phrase, a dog bites Lu Dongbin and doesn't know how to appreciate kindness. But wasn't this just a rumor among the people? Could it be true? Thinking of this, Wang Mang was extremely shocked. He hurriedly asked in his mind, System, is what this dog said true? The system's familiar voice sounded, yes. After hearing the system's confirmation, Wang Mang was even more dumbfounded. Damn, in that case, this dog's background is really big. He had even bitten Lu Dongbin. Could this be the real allusion to Lu Dongbin? That phrase, a dog bites Lu Dongbin and doesn't know how to appreciate kindness? Could it be referring to this dog? To be honest, if the system hadn't said that it was true, Wang Mang definitely wouldn't dare to believe this. Damn, there was a dog that had bitten an immortal? This dog probably knew a lot about the secrets of Earth. Seeing Wang Mang's shocked look, the dog Demon Emperor became even more proud. How is it? Is Ben Huang's background big enough? Back then, Lu Dongbin said that he wanted to subdue Ben Huang and give Ben Huang the immortal fate. Ben Huang is a Demon Emperor. How could he be subdued by him? In a fit of anger, Ben Huang almost ate his mortal body. Sigh, what a pity. Ben Huang was afraid of being punished by the heavens, so he let this dog go. Chapter 174. At this point, the dog Demon Emperor could not help but feel proud of himself. After listening to the dog Demon Emperor's words, Wang Mang could not help but feel speechless. If this dog was not bragging, then its strength was incredible. After all, this dog had really bitten an immortal before. At this moment, Wang Mang could be considered to have learned something new. It turned out that Lu Dongbin had really been bitten by a dog before. Thinking of this, Wang Mang immediately flattered. It turns out that the Demon Emperor has such a battle record. My admiration for the Demon Emperor is like the water of the Yellow River, flowing endlessly. The dog Demon Emperor nodded with satisfaction and said proudly, well said, well said. Since you have something to do, Ben Huang will not stop you. It just so happens that Ben Huang has to go to the human society to dance. All right, if you encounter any trouble in the future, just mention my name. Most of the demon clans will have to give Ben Huang some face. With that, the mongrel Demon Emperor arrogantly raised its head and left. Seeing this, Wang Mang could not help but secretly heave a sigh of relief. He finally got rid of this ferocious dog. He could not afford to offend this guy now. Forget it. I can't afford to offend you now. Wait until I can defeat you. Then I'll hammer your dog head to death. Wang Mang thought to himself viciously. Because when Wang Mang thought of his previous flattery, he felt that his dignity had been greatly insulted. F***CK. I must make others flatter me in the future. Wang Mang secretly made up his mind. At the same time, he once again felt the importance of strength. Originally, he was very arrogant and thought that he should be invincible. But now it seemed He was still too naive. It seemed that Shiguang province was not a blessed place. After that, Wang Mang began to hurry on his journey again. Since it was nighttime, Wang Mang was ready to cross Shiguang province as soon as possible to enter the sea route. Thinking of this, Wang Mang began to hurry on his journey at night. The night breeze was a little cool, and the moon in the sky was very bright. Wang Mang hurried on in a good mood. In the blink of an eye, 2 days had passed. On this day, at night, in a mountain forest, Wang Mang had already arrived at the border of Shiguang province and was about to enter the sea route. Wang Mang heaved a sigh of relief. After traveling for so long, he was finally about to enter the sea route. Thinking of this, Wang Mang could only hope that there were fewer big shots in the sea. To be honest, Wang Mang had never been to the sea before. But at this moment, Wang Mang vaguely heard the sound of fighting not far away. Out of curiosity, Wang Mang moved along with the loud noise, following the direction of the faint sounds of fighting. However, when Wang Mang arrived at a forest, he saw a scene that left him flabbergasted from a great distance away. He saw that one of the two targets fighting in the distance was actually two foreigners. Moreover, not only were they foreigners, they didn't seem to be humans. Yes, the speed at which these two fellows fought was too fast. They were so strong that they didn't smell human at all. Instead, they reeked of blood. Looking at this scene, Wang Mang couldn't help but feel puzzled. He instinctively used information detection. Then, the two fellows' information immediately appeared before his eyes. Target, stressful type, vampire. Cultivation experience, 500 years. Level, viscount, comparable to a small demon. Target, Nikawa Kanban. Type, vampire. Cultivation experience, 510 years. Level, viscount, comparable to a small demon. After looking at the two fellows' information, Wang Mang was stunned. Vampires? F*CK. Isn't this a foreign thing? Why did it appear in the Red Empire? Thinking of this, Wang Mang was puzzled. At this moment, Wang Mang heard the white vampire's angry roar. Nikawa Kanban. Do you know the price of betraying the Bloodbreeds? Lord Wang won't let you go. The Bloodbreeds won't let traitors go. Hearing this, the small country vampire sneered. You don't have to worry about that. You're not qualified to catch me. Wait until our great small country samurai find Yamada no Orochi. Your Bloodbreeds are nothing. After hearing this, Wang Mang roughly understood what was going on. These two fellows were vampires. It was just that this white vampire was catching this small country vampire. However, this small country vampire seemed to have come to the Red Empire to look for Yamada no Orochi. Wang Mang had also heard of the legend of Yamada no Orochi. It seemed to have a very high status in the small country. According to the legend, Yamada no Orochi had always been a monster in the small country's myths and legends. It was a giant monster with 8 heads and 8 tails. Of course, this was just a legend. Wang Mang didn't think it really existed. Thinking of this, Wang Mang was ready to kill these two fellows before continuing his journey. This was because Wang Mang actually had some patriotism in his heart. You said you were a vampire and didn't wander around in the West. Now that you dared to come to the Red Empire's territory, weren't you courting death? Thinking of this, Wang Mang immediately transformed into his huge body and moved closer to the two fellows. At the same time, the two vampires who were quarreling were also shocked by Wang Mang's movements. But when they saw Wang Mang's huge body, they were even more stunned. Alexander was even more stunned. He looked at Wang Mang in astonishment and said in a trembling voice, "Oh my God, is this an Eastern dragon?" At the same time, the other small country vampire also widened his eyes in shock. Hearing this, Wang Mang opened his bloody mouth and laughed sinisterly. "You little brats are very bold. How dare you come to the Red Empire's territory?" When they saw that Wang Mang could speak, the two vampires were even more stunned. They looked at Wang Mang in disbelief. Their mouths were wide open, and they were so shocked that their minds were blank. Because Wang Mang's body was already so huge that it was even more exaggerated than in the movies. Now that he could speak and it was in standard Chinese, they were completely terrified. Great Easter Dragon. Oh, we didn't mean to offend you. Yes, yes, yes. Great Eastern Dragon, we, the Vampire Duke, like the East very much. We're good friends. Seeing Wang Mang, who covered the sky and the sun, getting closer and closer, the two crooked vampires were already so frightened that they kept explaining. Hearing this, Wang Mang sneered and said, "Since we are good friends, then let me eat you." After that, Wang Mang slowly opened his bloody mouth towards them. The two vampires were so scared that their scalps went numb. Before they were swallowed by Wang Mang's bloody mouth, the two of them couldn't help but scream, "No, no, no, Linda." Chapter 175. After Wang Mang swallowed the two vampires, in his mind, the system's familiar voice resounded, "Ding. Congratulations, host. Devoured Western vampire. Obtained 100 evolution points. Ding. Congratulations, host. Devoured vampires. Obtained 100 evolution points." After listening to the system's voice, Wang Mang could not help but ridicule. In any case, he was fighting for the glory of his country. In the end, he was only worth so little evolution points. It seemed that this weak trash wasn't of much value to him. Thinking of this, Wang Mang could not help but shake his head and continue his journey. After another 2 hours, Wang Mang finally succeeded in entering the ocean. At this moment, on the surface of the ocean, Wang Mang's huge body was swimming on the surface of the ocean. It was worth mentioning that there were many fishes in the ocean. Of course, Wang Mang had not encountered such a fierce big guy. This might be because of the inland sea, or maybe because Wang Mang did not dive to the bottom of the ocean. However, the depth of the ocean could not be compared to his own reservoir. Any random part of the ocean was hundreds of meters deep. Wang Mang had confirmed this point. Of course, the reason why Wang Mang dared to swim on the surface of the ocean, it was mainly because it was nighttime and there were no cruise ships or planes. If it was daytime, Wang Mang would dive to the bottom of the ocean and continue his journey. In the process of rushing, time passed quickly. In the blink of an eye, it was already dawn. Similarly, before the sun rose, Wang Mang's huge body also dived to the bottom of the ocean. At this moment, 500 meters deep in the ocean, while Wang Mang was rushing, he also curiously looked at the various kinds of fishes in the underwater world. In short, Wang Mang, this country bumpkin, did not know many kinds of fishes. He only felt that there were many kinds of fishes in the ocean. Of course, sharks, this thing. Wang Mang could still recognize them. When he was rushing, he met a few. Not only that, Wang Mang also ate several 7 to 8 meters long sharks. But it was useless, because these sharks were not valuable. After he ate them, the evolution points increased by a pitiful amount. That little amount of evolution points could be ignored by Wang Mang. Along the way, Wang Mang saw turtles, crabs, lobsters, eels, starfish, etc. Anyway, Wang Mang saw a lot of things that he had seen before and never seen before. Unfortunately, Wang Mang did not see any big guy in the ocean. Such boring days continued for several days. Wang Mang was also at the bottom of the sea, domineering for a long time. Until the 5th day, Wang Mang didn't even know where he was now. However, this region of water was extremely deep. It was an exaggerated 6,000 meters. To be honest, such a depth, even Wang Mang did not choose, because Wang Mang had tried. When he sank deeper and deeper into the ocean, the more pressure he faced, the greater the pressure of the ocean. Although this feeling was not fatal, it still made Wang Mang feel uncomfortable all over. Therefore, Wang Mang did not choose to sink too deep. Usually, when he was in a hurry, his diving limit would also be about 3,000 meters above the water surface. At this moment, Wang Mang suddenly felt an inexplicable palpitation. This inexplicable palpitation made Wang Mang a little uneasy. Damn, what was going on? He quickly looked at the surrounding waters. There was no movement. But when Wang Mang inadvertently looked at the depths of the ocean below, the scene he saw made Wang Mang's scalp numb. He saw that in the depths of the ocean, a huge creature was rushing towards him from below. And this creature was too big. Even Wang Mang did not know how big this guy was, but it was definitely more than 100 meters. That terrifyingly huge body made Wang Mang feel that it was completely like an aircraft carrier. Then, Wang Mang immediately used information detection. At the same time, this huge monster's information also appeared in front of him. Target, Blue Whale King. Size, 128 meters long. Weight, 1,600 tons. Cultivation experience, 5,500 years. Supernatural power, whale swallowing all things, whale absorbing soul meteor, dragon absorbing water, wishful shrinking, mysterious water heavy domain. When he finished reading this guy's information, Wang Mang was even more shocked. He quickly swam towards the surface of the water with all his might. This guy was too damn big. Didn't they say that the blue whale was an endangered species? Now, why did this big guy jump out? That was 1,600 tons. This was 2F** king frightening. After all, Wang Mang's size was only a few dozen tons. Good heavens! Who knew how many times this guy's weight was heavier than his? Oh my god! This ocean was too scary. Thinking of this, Wang Mang was extremely depressed. While he was escaping, he would occasionally look back to see if this big guy was chasing after him. What made Wang Mang heave a sigh of relief was that this big guy did not chase after him in the end. At the same time, Wang Mang also shrunk his body. He simply shrunk to 6 meters long so that he could continue his journey on the surface of the water. At the same time, Wang Mang also decided that he would definitely not dive into the depths of the sea. Oh my god, this is too scary. Why is the sea so scary? More than 5,000 years of cultivation experience. Wang Mang did not know what to say, although he knew that the sea was very dangerous. He did not expect the sea to be so dangerous. His body length of close to 80 meters was not enough at all in the sea. Thinking of this, Wang Mang even regretted that he had chosen to travel alone. If he had known earlier, he would have asked his father to think of a way to send him out. Obviously, Wang Mang really regretted it. The level of danger in the sea was simply beyond his expectations. If on land, the danger level for Wang Mang was equal to 1, then the danger level for him in the sea was simply maxed out. At this moment, Wang Mang suddenly saw that in the distance, there was a huge luxury cruise ship that was actually parked on the surface of the sea. In addition, under the luxury cruise ship, there seemed to be a huge creature that was trying to overturn this huge cruise ship. When Wang Mang dived a little into the water, he saw a scene that made him stunned. He saw that under the cruise ship, a huge king squid was actually attached to the bottom of the cruise ship. Its huge tentacles were trying to overturn this huge luxury cruise ship. Seeing this scene, Wang Mang was simply stunned. Damn, this guy was actually the legendary king squid? But this guy was way too big, wasn't he? Thinking of this, Wang Mang could not help but use information detection. At the same time, the huge king squid size also appeared in front of him. Target, King Squid King. Size, 133 meters long. Weight, 390 tons. Cultivation, for 1,900 years. Divine ability, overturning rivers and overturning water, power of the ocean, mysterious water heavy domain. After looking at this guy's information, Wang Mang could not help but be stunned. In the next moment, the system's voice sounded again. Ding! Detected the host's current situation. The host is given the following mission to choose from. Mission 1. Turn a blind eye and continue to travel. Mission time. Available upon selection. Mission reward. 10,000 evolution points. Beginner blind box. X1. Mission 2. Help the human cruise ship defeat King Squid King. Mission time. Available upon completion. Mission reward. 50,000 evolution points. Intermediate blind box. X1. Mission 2. Help King Squid King completely overturn the cruise ship. Mission time. Available upon completion. Mission reward. 80,000 evolution points. Advanced blind box. X1. I. Chapter 176. After listening to the system's voice, Wang Mang couldn't help but be stunned again. He didn't expect the system to issue another mission. However, this time, it was still a choice mission. Moreover, the results of these 3 missions were completely different. The first mission was directly ignored. The reward was too little. Wang Mang couldn't accept it. After all, such a small reward was simply beating a beggar to death. As for the second mission, which was to take the initiative to help the human cruise ship, Wang Mang was also a little hesitant. Because the reward for the second mission was not the highest. Wang Mang didn't need to help this cruise ship. Moreover, if Wang Mang guessed correctly, this sea area should be in the high seas area. Moreover, this cruise ship obviously didn't belong to the Red Empire. Because when Wang Mang saw the cruise ship earlier, there were many English signs on this huge cruise ship that he couldn't understand. Of course, Wang Mang didn't immediately reject the second mission. The main reason was that this cruise ship was too big. It was so big that it was extremely difficult for the King Cuttlefish to overturn it. However, the King Cuttlefish had already firmly held this super cruise ship. If he helped, there was still a certain chance that he could overturn this huge cruise ship. Of course, Wang Mang didn't choose the second mission. The main reason was that the reward was not as much as the third mission. Thinking of this, Wang Mang decided to observe for a while before making a decision. Therefore, Wang Mang quietly approached the surface of the sea and carefully observed the cruise ship. At this moment, on the cruise ship, many elites of the city, who were of different skin colors and dressed in luxurious clothes, were panicking on the vast deck. There was no other reason. They also didn't expect to encounter such a situation when they came to the high seas to hold a gambling dinner party. For a moment, all kinds of noises and frightened screams were heard everywhere. A blue-eyed blonde beauty screamed in horror. "Oh my God, we've encountered a sea monster. We're finished. F***CK. Stop arguing. I've already contacted the Star-Spangled Navy. God bless us, we'll be fine. God damn it. Why am I so unlucky to encounter such a melodramatic thing on my first trip out? Mother Fastersker, I've never won a lottery. I've never won a card game. And my bad luck has never stopped. I've encountered such a rare sea monster. I told you not to attend any parties on the sea. What the F***CK are you doing now? Even the cruise ship is being held back by a sea monster. How big is this sea monster? Don't worry. I've already contacted many embassies. Will I definitely be fine? Idiot. Sob, sob, sob. The Heavenly Emperor blesses us. Oh my God. Spare my life. My father is dying, and I still have to go back and inherit his fortune. At this moment, in front of the unknown and terrifying sea monster, everyone was panicking. At the same time, Wang Mang also found out the information he wanted. This cruise ship should belong to foreigners. There were many foreign flags floating on the cruise ship. Moreover, Wang Mang also vaguely saw that there were many foreign faces on it. Seeing this, Wang Mang had already made his choice. Although the cruise ship was huge, it didn't have much firepower. The cruise ship's name was Star Stripe Nation, Freedom. In terms of length, it was estimated to be more than 200 meters long. Its width was also a few dozen meters. Wang Mang had played with his father on such a luxurious cruise ship before. It could probably hold 1,000 to 2,000 people. Of course, this wasn't what Wang Mang cared about. Wang Mang cared about whether or not he could overturn the cruise ship. After all, he would soon go to tiny country to show off his existence. Thus, Wang Mang's misgivings were greatly reduced. Moreover, once this mission was completed, Wang Mang would be able to evolve again. Thus, Wang Mang didn't want to miss this mission. After all, not only did it have 80,000 evolution points, it was also an advanced blind box. Thinking of this, Wang Mang steeled his heart and made his choice. Then, Wang Mang said in his heart, "System, I choose mission 3. In the next moment, the system's familiar voice sounded. Ding! Host has successfully chosen a mission. Host, please complete the mission as soon as possible to obtain the reward." After listening to the system's voice, Wang Mang secretly sighed in relief. He looked at the huge, luxurious cruise ship with some sympathy. Sigh. I don't want to mess with you. The problem is that the system gave me a lot. Thinking about this, Wang Mang quietly hid underwater. Then, Wang Mang swam a long distance away. Only when he was about 1,000 meters under the sea did he transform into his huge body. Then, Wang Mang once again swam underwater towards the huge cruise ship. Of course, before Wang Mang made his move, he had to communicate with the King Cuttlefish King. After all, he was here to help, so he had to earn a favor. Soon, when Wang Mang approached, the King Cuttlefish King said to Wang Mang, "Friend, what are you doing?" Hearing this, Wang Mang looked at the huge King Cuttlefish King and then quickly responded, "I don't know if you need help." After hearing Wang Mang's words, the King Cuttlefish King was surprised. After looking at Wang Mang for a while, he said, "Are you willing to help me?" "Of course. We monsters are family," Wang Mang said righteously. Seeing Wang Mang being so righteous, the King Cuttlefish King said happily, "Good. Friend, help me overturn this human cruise ship. I owe you a favor." Hearing this, Wang Mang immediately responded with a smile. Well said, well said. Friend, you just need to exert your strength and pull this cruise ship to one side. I will help you." Good, good, good. Thank you, friend. I will definitely make friends with you," the King Cuttlefish King said happily. Wang Mang immediately said with a smile, "Friend, you are too polite. As the saying goes, everyone in the world is a brother. I will not refuse this small favor." The King Cuttlefish King nodded and commanded, "Good. Brother Giant Python, you go and accumulate your strength. When I exert my strength, you and I will overturn this super cruise ship together." After listening, Wang Mang immediately nodded and opened up a distance. Obviously, their plan was the King Cuttlefish King would tilt the cruise ship underwater. Then Wang Mang would crash into the ship from the surface of the sea and overturn the 10,000-ton cruise ship with a huge impact. Damn it. To be honest, this scene, he felt his blood boiling just thinking about it. Soon, Wang Mang had already opened up a distance of a few thousand meters. At the same time, Wang Mang also sent a mental wave to the King Cuttlefish King. "Friend, overturn it." As soon as his voice fell, Wang Mang saw a scene that shocked him. He saw that the huge cruise ship that was originally calm. At this moment, it began to tilt and shake violently. Obviously, the King Cuttlefish King, he exerted his strength. This also surprised Wang Mang. Damn it, this King Cuttlefish King was so strong. Of course, Wang Mang also knew that now it was his turn to make a move. At this point, Wang Mang's huge body also began to accumulate strength. This was because his final attack was of utmost importance. This would determine whether they could overturn this 10,000-ton cruise ship. Chapter 177. At this moment, on the deck of the huge cruise ship, the people who were already screaming in horror. Suddenly, they inadvertently saw Wang Mang's huge body on the distant sea. When they saw this scene, many of the people who were originally screaming involuntarily were all stunned. But what followed was that everyone who saw the movement on the sea, their scalps tingled and they screamed crazily. "There's more! There's a water monster! Everyone, be careful! It's coming towards us! Oh my God, my God! How can there be such a big python? Help! God, save me, it's coming towards us! No, 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 don't come over! I don't want to die! I don't want to die! It will knock the cruise ship over! It's over! I'm going to die, boo-hoo!" It could be said that, on the cruise ship, everyone who saw Wang Mang was terrified and desperate. Originally, their luxury cruise ship was already tilted to the side. But now there was a super giant python rushing towards the cruise ship. God wanted to destroy them. Because of this, in a situation of near despair, these people could be said to have gone mad, as if they had gone mad. Many people even chose to jump off the luxury cruise ship in horror. This was mainly because they were scared by Wang Mang, a super giant python with a thickness of 6 or 7 meters. If it hit them, the originally tilted luxury cruise ship would be finished. At the same time, As it continued to approach, Wang Mang's speed became faster and faster. Wang Mang's speed in the water was already very fast. Now it was like a dragon in the water. As its huge body swayed, it set off layers of huge waves. A moment later, Wang Mang was very close to the luxury cruise ship. Then, Wang Mang couldn't help but shout excitedly in his heart, "Flip it over for me!" At the same time, Wang Mang also used his skill, Steel Body. The next moment, under the horrified gaze of countless people on the cruise ship, Wang Mang's huge body jumped out of the water and slammed into the 10,000-ton ship. No, no, no. No, don't hit it. God save me. Just as Wang Mang was about to crash into the luxurious cruise ship, Wang Mang suddenly stopped. He could vaguely hear horrified screams and screams. Bang! Then, there was an earth-shattering explosion. Wang Mang only felt a slight headache. After that, Wang Mang's huge body dizzily fell into the water. At the same time, the huge luxury cruise ship that was about to capsize. After Wang Mang crashed into the huge cruise ship, this luxurious cruise ship was like the straw that broke the camel's back. In the end, amidst the screams of countless people, the super luxurious cruise ship was completely overturned. Poochie! The moment the cruise ship was overturned, huge waves were formed on the surface of the sea. The people on the cruise ship fell into the water together with the cruise ship. At the same time, after the huge cruise ship capsized, the King Cuttlefish King, who was stuck to the bottom of the cruise ship, also revealed his huge body. Not only that, the King Cuttlefish King crazily attacked the huge cruise ship as if it wanted to destroy it. Its thick tentacles were crazily tearing and destroying the cruise ship. In addition, Wang Mang, who was sinking to the bottom of the sea, finally felt that his head was not as dizzy as before. Damn, it's so painful. Wang Mang only felt pain in his head. Previously, when he crashed into the cruise ship, he only felt that his head was numb. It was obvious that he used too much strength. However, Wang Mang was still somewhat proud. Even a 10,000-ton cruise ship was overturned by him. It seems that his strength is not small. Thinking of this, Wang Mang's mood became even better. At this time, the system's familiar voice sounded, "Ding. Congratulations, host. Mission successfully completed. Ding. Congratulations, host. Obtained 80,000 evolution points. Ding. Congratulations, host. Obtained Advanced Blind Box X1 Ding. Congratulations, host. Obtained Friendship from the King, Cuttlefish King." After listening to the system's voice, Wang Mang could not help but feel elated. How many days has it been? It hasn't even been a week. I'm about to evolve again. Thinking of this, Wang Mang could not help but feel a little excited. Of course, now is not the time to count his gains. Since he had already helped the King Cuttlefish King, he naturally had to help him. Moreover, looking at the King Cuttlefish King's intention, it seemed that he wanted to sink the cruise ship. Thinking of this, Wang Mang swayed his huge body and stepped forward. "Fellow cultivator, don't worry, brother. Let me help you." Hearing this, the King Cuttlefish King, who was crazily destroying the cruise ship, was stunned and immediately smiled. "Thank you, brother, giant python." Wang Mang did not talk nonsense. He swayed his huge body and jumped up high again. Then his huge body jumped out of the water and fiercely smashed onto the cruise ship. This smash was accompanied by a loud sound, and the waves were smashed dozens of feet high. At the same time, Wang Mang's huge body also smashed the buildings on the cruise ship into a mess. This also caused the huge cruise ship, which was about to sink to the bottom of the water, to slowly sink into the water. At the same time, the people who were lucky enough to survive screamed in horror and frantically swam to the surrounding sea. They only had one thought at this moment, and that was to get as far away from the cruise ship as possible, because the cruise ship had already been destroyed by these two sea monsters. But just when they were in despair, suddenly they saw the distant sea, and there were warships rushing over. Not only that, there were already dozens of fighter jets flying over here. Seeing this scene, The people who were lucky enough to survive cheered. Similarly, Wang Mang, who had already sunk the crew's ship to the bottom of the sea, and the King Cuttlefish King also saw this scene. Fellow cultivator, quickly leave. Wang Mang was just about to speak. The King Cuttlefish King shouted. Hearing this, Wang Mang was suddenly surprised. He didn't expect that the King Cuttlefish King also knew that humans were not to be trifled with. Thinking of this, Wang Mang didn't hesitate and quickly dived to the bottom of the sea with the King Cuttlefish King. At this moment, the fighter jets that had just arrived all missed. Moreover, there were too many people in the vicinity. They originally wanted to use firepower to suppress them, but they gave up. 2 hours later, in the sea near a small island, Wang Mang and the King Cuttlefish King were chatting with relish. Fellow cultivator, why did you come to the sea? Do you know how dangerous it is in the sea? The King Cuttlefish King said. Hearing this, Wang Mang was stunned for a moment and said helplessly, Now I know. This sea is more dangerous than I thought. The King Cuttlefish King nodded and said, That's right. Let's put it this way. Brother, I only have 3 acres of farmland in the nearby sea area, so I have the final say. But the sea is too big. There are countless Monster King powerhouses in the sea. Even the Monster Kings in the sea don't have a good impression of you land Monster Kings. You're lucky to have met me today. Otherwise, if you met other Monster Kings in the sea, they would either expel you or attack you. Hearing this, Wang Mang came to a sudden understanding and nodded slowly. No wonder when he passed by the sea area, the Blue Whale King actually attacked him. If Wang Mang hadn't run fast enough and quickly left its territory, he probably wouldn't have ended up well. At this moment, Wang Mang finally understood that the Monster Kings in the sea were very unfriendly to land Monster Kings. Thinking of this, Wang Mang was even more eager to improve his strength. Thinking of this, Wang Mang said to the King Cuttlefish King, Fellow cultivator, I still have something to do. I'll go to the island first. Tomorrow, I'll come to find you to talk. Hearing this, the King Cuttlefish King smiled and nodded. Good, brother, don't worry. This area is all my territory. If you have something to do, go ahead. Wang Mang immediately thanked him politely and swam towards the island. After coming to this barren island, Wang Mang found a safe cave. He was ready to see if he could evolve again. Even if he lacked evolution points, it was no problem. He still had 2 advanced blind boxes. Chapter 178. After thinking about it, Wang Mang's mood became even better. Before opening the blind box, he had to look at his harvest. This would also allow him to see how much evolution points he was lacking. Thinking about this, Wang Mang said in his heart, System, open my personal information. In the next moment, his personal information appeared in front of his eyes. Host, Wang Mang type, Black Flame Bull Python status, adult cultivation, for 1,100 years body, 78 meters long, 7 meters wide, weight, 73,000 kilograms. Fighting strength, 73,000 kilograms. Speed, 95 kilometers per hour. Skills, death coil, corrosive poison, skin camouflage, steel body, super healing, water breathing, bloodthirsty rage, 10,000 beast deterrence, wishful, shrink divine abilities. King's slavery, soul controlling seal, black flames of death special. Storage space, information detection, 10% evolution card X1, free chance to upgrade divine abilities X1, advanced blind box X2 shop, open luck, 50, mediocre, evolution points, 141500/160000. After looking at his personal information, Wang Mang nodded in satisfaction. As expected, he only needed less than 20,000 evolution points before he could evolve again. Was 20,000 evolution points that hard? From Wang Mang's point of view, he still had 2 advanced blind boxes. If he opened them, he would be able to get evolution points. Thinking about this, Wang Mang could not help but say in his heart, System, open the advanced blind box. In the next moment, the system's familiar voice sounded. Ding! Congratulations, host. Successfully opened the advanced blind box. Ding! Congratulations, host. Obtained 10,000 evolution points. After hearing the system open the first prize, Wang Mang couldn't help but cheer inwardly. Not bad. Not bad at all. Opening the door gave him 10,000 evolution points. This proved that the advanced blind box was worth it. Thinking about this, Wang Mang once again looked forward to it. 1 minute later, the system's voice sounded for the second time. Ding! Congratulations, host. Obtained 50,000 evolution points. Ding! Accumulation requirements have been reached. Would you like to begin evolution? After hearing the system's voice, Wang Mang almost couldn't hold back his laughter. This time, the second reward was 50,000 evolution points. This was very impressive. Now, it was completely enough for him to start evolving. Of course, even if Wang Mang desperately wanted to evolve, he was not in a hurry, because he was still opening the advanced blind box. Therefore, there was no hurry. Let's talk about it after I open this high-level blind box. At this moment, the system's voice sounded for the third time. Ding! Congratulations, host. Obtained 50,000 evolution points. After hearing the system's voice, Wang Mang couldn't help but laugh. Good. Give me more evolution points. Give me more evolution points. Maybe I've evolved continuously. Thinking of this, Wang Mang's heart was filled with joy. It had only been 3 times. Currently, he was given 110,000 evolution points. There were still 2 more times. If he continued to be like this, if Wang Mang used the other blind box, he might be able to continuously evolve. At this moment, the system's voice sounded for the 4th time, frowny face ding. Congratulations, host. Obtained 90,000 evolution points. After hearing the system's voice, Wang Mang was once again stupefied. Oh my god, is this advanced blind box really going according to my plan? The more Wang Mang thought about it, the more excited he became. He was looking forward to the system's 5th reward. How many evolution points would it give him? It must be known that Wang Mang had already received 200,000 evolution points. Damn it, this was definitely the most evolution points Wang Mang had ever received. It was also the best advanced blind box Wang Mang had ever opened. Aha! If you have the ability, give me more evolution points. Just when Wang Mang was looking forward to it, the system's voice sounded for the 5th time, frowny face ding. Congratulations, host. Obtained 50,000 evolution points. After the system's voice ended, Wang Mang simply couldn't stop smiling. The 5 prizes were all evolution points. Surprisingly, it gave him 250,000 evolution points. Damn it, I've never been this lucky before. Thinking about this, Wang Mang's mood became very good. He was prepared to continue opening the advanced blind box after evolving. Thinking about this, Wang Mang looked forward to it in his heart. System, begin evolving. Soon after, the system's familiar voice sounded again, frowny face ding. Successfully deducted 160,000 evolution points. Beginning evolution. After that, Wang Mang completely lost consciousness in the midst of his evolution. 2 hours later, only then did Wang Mang wake up from his evolution. He sized up his body as usual. Wang Mang was shocked to find out that the changes this time were quite big. He could feel that his body was filled with explosive power. Additionally, his body size had also changed a lot. Of course, he still needed to look at the data to know how big the changes were. Thinking about this, Wang Mang said in his heart, System, open my personal information. Soon after, his personal information appeared in front of him. Host, Wang Mang type. Black Flame Bull Python status. Adult cultivation experience. 4,200 years body shape. 81 meters long, 3 meters wide. 76,000 kilograms weight combat strength. 76,000 kilograms bite force. 95 kilometers per hour skills. Death coil, corrosive poison, skin camouflage, steel body, super healing, water breathing, bloodthirsty rage. 10,000 beast deterrence. Wishful Shrink Divine Ability, King's Slavery, Soul Controlling Seal, Black Flames of Death Special, storage space. Information detection, 10% evolution card X1. Free chance to upgrade divine ability X1. Advanced blind box X1 shopping center. Open luck, 50, mediocre. Evolution points, 231500/320000. After looking at his personal information, Wang Mang could not help but feel proud. Right now, he was only 100,000 evolution points away from his next evolution. If he used the 10% evolution card, the evolution points he needed would be even lower. Thinking about this, Wang Mang became even more excited. Based on his luck today, it would not be difficult for him to obtain evolution points again. Thinking about this, Wang Mang made a decision. I'll take advantage of my good luck today. I'll open another advanced blind box. Who knows, I might be able to evolve again. Thinking about this, Wang Mang was in a good mood. However, at this moment, he could vaguely hear the sound of a plane in the sky. This made Wang Mang somewhat suspicious. Why is there the sound of a plane in the depths of the ocean? The next moment, Wang Mang suddenly heard an earth-shattering explosion. Rumble. This was a deafening explosion. This gave Wang Mang a huge fright. He could even feel that the entire ground was shaking. F*CK. What is going on? Wang Mang quickly got out of the cave and looked up. There were fighter jets continuously dropping bombs above his head. At the same time, a series of deafening explosions could be heard again. Seeing this, Wang Mang was stunned. What is going on? Could it be that he was exposed? However, at this moment, Wang Mang saw that there were already a few fighter jets. It was obvious that they had discovered him. After that, more than 10 bombs were dropped from the sky. Seeing this, Wang Mang felt his scalp go numb. At the same time, the system's voice sounded again. Ding. Detected host's current situation. Give host the following mission to choose from. Mission 1. Give up King Cuttlefish King and get rid of the warship's pursuit. Escape is more important. Mission time can be obtained upon completion. Mission reward, 50,000 evolution points. Beginner blind box X1. Mission 2. Help King Cuttlefish King and get rid of the warship's pursuit. Mission time can be obtained upon completion. Mission reward, 80,000 evolution points. Intermediate blind box X1. Mission 3. Ignore King Cuttlefish King. Get rid of the warship's pursuit alone. When disaster strikes, fly separately. Mission time can be obtained upon completion. Mission reward, 100,000 evolution points. Random treasure chest X1. Chapter 179. Target discovered. Target discovered. Begin bombing from all directions. At this moment, in the sky above the deserted island, several fighter jets, after discovering Wang Mang, immediately launched their attack. In the blink of an eye, dozens of high-density bombs were launched, obviously intending to bomb Wang Mang to death. Wang Mang, of course, saw this scene too, but he never thought that the system would issue a mission. But now Wang Mang, he could not even protect himself. He still needed to choose a chicken. There were warships in the sea. Wang Mang did not think that he could take on a warship. Moreover, who knew how much firepower they had? Therefore, the moment the system sounded, Wang Mang actually made a decision in his heart. System, I choose mission 3. The next moment, the system's familiar voice sounded frowny-faced. Ding. The host has successfully chosen the mission. Please complete the mission as soon as possible to obtain the reward. At this moment, Wang Mang had no time to care about the system. The first thing he did was to twist his huge body and run towards the seaside. As for why, so many bombs were dropped from above. This was simply going to bomb the entire island. Therefore, Wang Mang was in a panic. Sigh. As expected, the previous mission was not so easy to earn. If he had known earlier, he would not have helped King Cuttlefish. While Wang Mang was frantically running away, he was extremely regretful. At this moment, bang, rumble, bang, rumble. At the place where Wang Mang was previously, it had already been bombed into rubble, and sparks were everywhere. Even the impact of this huge explosion, Even Wang Mang was screaming in pain from the explosion. Ah, damn, I have to run quickly. Wang Mang, who almost cried from the explosion, endured the pain and ran towards the seaside as fast as he could. Especially when he looked up, he saw that there were still fighter jets flying toward his head. Oh my God, this is more exciting than eating chicken. While Wang Mang was frantically running away, he had to look up at the sky frequently to see if there were any bombs in front of him. In short, at this moment, Wang Mang was in a sorry state. Everywhere he passed, everything was blasted into ruins. Even Wang Mang's body was covered in injuries. After all, he could not avoid the bombing every time. Therefore, there were a few times when he did not run far and was simply blown up. To be honest, if Wang Mang was not at the center of the explosion, he would have been blown to pieces. Starstrike Country, just you wait. When I have the ability, I will definitely go. While Wang Mang was cursing in his heart, gritted his teeth. The Star-Spangled Nation was a bully. Damn it, there were so many people with different skin colors on this cruise ship. But in the end, the Star-Spangled Nation was the most proactive. Thus, Wang Mang gnashed his teeth in anger. What made Wang? Damn! But what Wang Mang did not know was, the King Cuttlefish was in a worse state than him. At this moment, in the sea near the deserted island, there were 8 fully armed warships. They were now firing at the King Cuttlefish in the sea. The dense rain of bullets simply swept the King Cuttlefish, causing it to struggle madly in the water. Not only that, the anti-aircraft guns on the warships had the most exaggerated firepower. The terrifying shooting speed was like raindrops falling on the King Cuttlefish. It was so painful that the King Cuttlefish struggled angrily, raising layers of giant wolves. The King Cuttlefish had also tried to attack the warships, but it could not shake the warships at all. That was because these warships were too heavy. The firepower was too exaggerated. At this moment, on the Star-Stripe Nation's warship, on the deck, the Supreme Commander was looking at the struggling King Cuttlefish with binoculars. Then, the white-haired, white-skinned old man ordered coldly, "Try to capture them alive." At the same time, Wang Mang, who had just escaped to the shore, seeing the 8 warships on the distant sea, surrounding and killing the King Cuttlefish. Wang Mang was completely stunned. He had thought that he was unlucky enough. But now it seemed that he had not suffered the most vicious beating yet, especially after seeing the miserable state of the King Cuttlefish. Wang Mang finally felt a lot better and felt a lot more balanced in his heart. Fellow Taoist, it's not that I don't want to help you. The firepower is too fierce. I really can't save you. Sigh. Fellow Taoist, don't worry about attracting the firepower. While sighing in his heart, Wang Mang also quickly fled into the sea. Moreover, as soon as Wang Mang entered the sea, he immediately dived into the depths of the sea. In addition, while he was diving rapidly, he was also swimming in another direction. After diving to a depth of nearly 1,000 meters, Wang Mang immediately shrunk his body back to its original size. After shrinking his body, Wang Mang began to swim unhurriedly. At the same time, the fighter jets that were chasing Wang Mang were even more stunned. They hovered in the sky for a long time. After confirming that they did not find Wang Mang, they then helplessly dispersed. After the fighter jets above their heads disappeared, only then did Wang Mang breathe a sigh of relief. Of course, to be on the safe side. After Wang Mang swam a few more kilometers, only then did Wang Mang quietly surface. But when he heard the sound of gunfire coming from the distance, Wang Mang could only pray that this guy could survive. However, Wang Mang felt that it was a little difficult. This kind of firepower was simply too exaggerated. Even if the King Cuttlefish was made of iron, it would not be able to withstand it. After thinking about this, Wang Mang could not help but feel a little lucky. Fortunately, he had come ashore to evolve. If he had stayed in the sea, probably the same as the King Cuttlefish. Now he was being chased by the warships. Another 2 days passed. Wang Mang had successfully left the waters. At this point, Wang Mang could be considered to have succeeded in escaping. At this moment, the blue sky was clear for thousands of miles. On a vast ocean, Wang Mang hummed a little tune as he swam on the surface of the sea. Although he had shrunk his body, his speed was a lot slower. But he had shrunk his body. Although his speed was slower, it was still safe. At this moment, the system's voice sounded, "Ding! Congratulations, host. Mission completed. Ding! Congratulations, host. Obtained 80,000 evolution points. Ding! Congratulations, host. Obtained silver treasure chest X1 after listening to the system's voice." Wang Mang was simply bursting with joy. This mission was completed too easily. However, thinking of the King Cuttlefish King's tragic death, Wang Mang could not help but feel helpless. Don't ask him how he knew. Yesterday, on the surface of the sea, he saw the warships passing by from afar. 8 warships dragging the King Cuttlefish King's body. Wang Mang saw it with his own eyes. Sigh, what a pity. A monster king's corpse, he could only look at it. As for guilt, Wang Mang really did not feel it. He only helped because of the mission reward. King Cuttlefish King's death had nothing to do with him. However, this guy was still somewhat useful. At least, it gave Wang Mang a warning. Monster kings were still unable to fight against the modern empire. Sigh, forget it, forget it. Wherever I go, I die. But all the weak fellow Taoists seem to have died in the end. Could it be I'm really a jinx? Wang Mang could not help but sigh in his heart. Wang Mang shook his head, not willing to think too much. In any case, Wang Mang's principle was, "Damn fellow Taoists. Don't kill this poor fellow. If you don't enter hell, who will?" After rushing for a while, Wang Mang once again saw a deserted island. After seeing this deserted island, Wang Mang's eyes lit up. Then, Wang Mang quickly swam towards the deserted island. He was preparing to find a place to properly evolve again. Chapter 180. Thinking about this, Wang Mang could not help but feel happy. Now that he had escaped, he was close to his next evolution. Now that he opened an advanced blind box, he did not have to worry about evolving. Moreover, if Wang Mang did not remember incorrectly, he already had 230,000 evolution points. Now that he had completed the mission, he obtained another 80,000 evolution points. Then Wang Mang's next evolution would only require 10,000 evolution points. This amount of evolution points was not difficult for Wang Mang. With his luck, wouldn't it be easy for him to casually open a treasure chest? Thinking about this, Wang Mang arrived at the deserted island's beach. He was preparing to find a cave to continue evolving. Suddenly, Wang Mang saw that there were people on this deserted island. He saw that on the beach far away, there were 2 figures hugging each other. Moreover, the 2 seemed to be a man and a woman. They were facing each other, one on top of the other. Seeing this scene, Wang Mang was speechless. Damn, it was strange enough that there were people on this deserted island. Moreover, it was a man and a woman. Moreover, they were doing this on the beach. Damn, I'm so envious. Not to mention, Wang Mang originally wanted to evolve. In the end, he could not hold back and look for a while longer. 10 minutes later, Wang Mang entered the deserted island and found a good cave. Then, Wang Mang impatiently said, "System, open the advanced blind box." In the next moment, the system's voice sounded, "Ding! Congratulations, host. Successfully opened the advanced blind box." Ding! Congratulations, host. Obtained a box of Durex. After hearing the system's voice, Wang Mang even thought that he had misheard. Damn, didn't I just look at it a bit longer? Why did you open a box of Durex? Moreover, I have such a big size. Can Durex be used? In an instant, Wang Mang could not help but curse in his heart. This advanced blind box, the first thing he opened was not a good thing. This wasn't a good sign, but even if it opened a trash item, it would not go so far as to give him Durex. Did he even need it? Even before he died, Wang Mang's size was also long enough to wrap around his waist. Just as he was feeling gloomy, the system's voice sounded for the second time, frowny-faced Ding. Congratulations, host. You have received a bottle of Indian divine oil. After listening to the system's voice, Wang Mang broke down again. Oh my God, he had just arrived at Durex. Now, even the hardness divine oil was here. System, please be a human. What the hell are they doing? Evolution points. Give me evolution points. Sir System, stop messing with me. Wang Mang wanted to cry, but had no tears. How do you get these lousy things? At this moment, the system's voice sounded for the third time, frowny-faced ding. Congratulations, host. Obtained 50,000 evolution points. Ding. Congratulations, host. The conditions for evolution have been met. Do you wish to evolve? No. After hearing this voice, Wang Mang's mood finally improved. The system had finally given him something good. If it continued to give him some rubbish, he would not be able to accept it. Wang Mang was afraid that he would not be able to hold himself back and kill the adulterous couple on the beach. Damn it, these two people were also weirdos. They would probably end up on a deserted island. How could they not think of escaping? How could they still have the mood to have sex? As a result, he had opened 2 trashy items. Wouldn't it be perfect for them to use these 2 pieces of trash? At this moment, the system's voice sounded for the 4th time, frowny-faced ding. Congratulations, host. Obtained 100,000 evolution points. Not bad. Not bad. Daddy system, this is how it should be. Hearing this, Wang Mang nodded his head in satisfaction. His mood turned for the better. Another minute later, the system's voice sounded for the 5th time, frowny-faced ding. Congratulations, host. Obtained 100,000 evolution points. Oh my God. Good, good. This advanced blind box was not considered a loss. It actually gave him 250,000 evolution points. It was basically the same as the advanced blind box. This also made Wang Mang's mood much better. After that, Wang Mang said in his heart, System, start evolving. In the next moment, the system's voice sounded frowny-faced ding. Successful deduction of 320,000 evolution points. Beginning evolution. After that, Wang Mang fell into a deep sleep during the evolution. Until 2 hours later, Wang Mang woke up from the evolution. First, Wang Mang naturally observed his own body. He discovered that after this evolution, it was still the same as before. There were changes, but there were not too many changes. It was worth mentioning that the first 2 horns on Wang Mang's head had reached a length of 7 meters. Other than that, there were also changes to his body. Thus, Wang Mang simply said in his heart, System, open my personal information. In the next moment, his personal information appeared in front of his eyes. Host, Wang Mang type, Black Flame Bull Python status, adult cultivation, 4,300 years body, 85 meters long, 5 meters wide, 80,000 kilograms weight. Combat power, 80,000 kilograms bite force, 95 kilometers per hour. Skills, death coil, corrosive poison, skin camouflage, steel body, super healing, water breathing, bloodthirsty rage, 10,000 beast deterrence, wishful shrinking. Divine ability, king's slavery, soul control seal, black flame of death. Special, storage space, information detection, 10% evolution card X1, free chance to upgrade divine ability X1, silver treasure chest X1. Shopping center, activated luck, 50, mediocre. Evolution points, 191,500/640000. After looking at his personal information, Wang Mang immediately discovered something unusual. That was his evolution this time actually directly increased his height by 4 meters. One must know that when he evolved in the past, his body length would increase by 3 meters. This time, it actually increased by 1 meter. Could it be that it would increase by 4 meters every time? Of course, Wang Mang did not know this. Other than that, his width, however, had increased by 0.2 meters. Other than that, his weight also increased to 80 tons. His bite force also increased to 80 tons. His cultivation still increased by 100 years. His speed still did not change. It could be said that this evolution was the change in length. This surprised Wang Mang. Other than that, There was nothing else to be surprised about. However, the overall increase in strength still made Wang Mang feel very good. One must know that he had evolved several times in such a short period of time. This evolution speed was simply faster than when he stayed at home in the past. Wang Mang, who was in a good mood, suddenly noticed. He seemed to have obtained a silver treasure chest this time. What the hell was a silver treasure chest? This thing had never been obtained before. Thinking of this, Wang Mang could not help but be a little curious, because this was the first time he obtained this treasure chest. Moreover, he had never opened a treasure chest before. Naturally, he did not know the value of the treasure chest. Thinking of this, Wang Mang was a little tempted. Why not? Open the treasure chest to take a look. You're tuning in to the Warrior Lore YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.